Abbot, you arrived a little bit earlier than anticipated, but nonetheless, you were given a tour by a very young man who really gave you no name, but he toured you through the eastern wing of the Abbey, through many different rooms where his creations, so to speak, were living, locked up in a way. He shared with you that he had been blessed by the Morning Lord and that he had been sent here. You learned that he is some sort of celestial being. You think some sort of deva who has clearly given a lot, but is also maybe some sort of fallen angel, so to speak. You also met a couple of not key characters, but interesting characters. One specifically was Isa, the old Isa, the flesh golem, whom you had rescued from the bone grinder windmill, now turned into Vasilica, a bride-to-be for Strahd, or at least so the abbot claimed. You learned as well that this realm, as you had feared, is in fact on the shoulder, or that's at least how the abbot has put it, on the shoulder of the Shadowfell. You know that this is likely why communication with your Deva has failed, Sid, and you believe that really all contact with the real material plane is likely cut off. It is at that moment that things started to take a turn as you were sitting there preparing, you were listening to the abbot, when none other than Strahd emerged from the clouds riding atop his horse. When he arrived, he insisted that you give him the body of Irina back, that she is his, and even in death, that he needs her back. Yeah, that's where we left things off. Oh, I guess a key part. When he said, I will have her back, you all immediately said no, of course. You know, why would you just easily hand over this quite valuable body to the man that owns the lands? And having feared the same, that's when he explained a very short story. And that's actually when you learned another key detail, that Strahd operates under a guise, a name called Vasily von Holtz, which was a name that you had heard previously. It was the same man who insisted to the coffin maker that his business would start being better in Vallaki, and he just needed some space to store things. And in return, he basically told the coffin maker business would be better. But anyway, he told you that under this same guise, that while he was traveling on the way, obviously on his horse to here, to Kresk, that he spotted a torchlit caravan traveling along the roads, heading westbound towards Kresk from what you assume to be Vallaki. And under that same guise, he posed as a wounded old man along the side of the road. And of course, Mercer had to stop to help. And that's when he pulled Mercer out, showing that he is willing to do a trade. And that's where I think that's it, right? I think I covered everything. Key details, at least. Any questions, comments, concern? Well, I know that there are concerns, questions, or anything before we jump in.
There's plenty of concerns.
I have a few comments, if I may.
Yep.
So it was really nice to watch a session where Merek was the star of the show last week. Really, really fun. But I will tell you what was going through Merek's mind. Just for the fact that he was so quiet. So, my 10 intelligent brain cells were working really hard. So when we first got to the Abbey and we started seeing all the monstrosities, should I call them monstrosities? Merek was thinking, how can I use this to my advantage to fight Strahd? And it's kind of mulling over all of that because his we didn't know if the abbot was with Strahd or against Strahd. Obviously, if we find out that he's with Strahd, I want to murder him immediately. And then we proceeded to meet the wife to be, and learning from you guys that killing is not necessarily always the best option immediately. Then I started thinking about how can we use the bride to get the Strahd. And then the horsey appeared, and Merek does want the horse if it's not pure evil. I will tell you that much because that's a dope ass horse, and we all know how I feel about horses.
A little too much.
And then, unfortunately, now that Strahd is here, I'm kind of snapped out of my little plans of world Barovia domination by the hands of abominations, and I won't say anything past this because we're going to be interacting with Strahd now. So I think you all know how I feel about that.
So, Mercer, is he tied up? Is he
Yeah,
how rough does he look?
He's tied up and looks quite wounded. He's quite wounded, but alive. And yeah, Strahd's kind of just holding.
And conscious. Am I conscious?
Yeah, we'll say that you're maybe like barely conscious.
Right.
Can we get a Mercer token?
He is
already on there.
On the map.
Okay.
Yeah, they are down here. You do notice a few things. One, as soon as Strahd kind of appears, the abbot has taken a step backwards. The second thing that you notice is that Strahd is very... You don't know if it's strategic or what the reason is, but he's not moving past the entrance. And before we jump in, is there anything else? Any comments from last week?
Should I take some pills to make me feel happy now, or should I take them later?
Probably a combo of both. You probably need some for now and later.
Isabel, you're babysitting me in 2 hours.
Oh hell no.
Does it look like he can't step through this gate, or that he's afraid of stepping through this gate?
You're not entirely sure, but maybe roll like a perception check. Oh, that's a roll.
Yeah.
I have expertise in perception.
So, for all intents and purposes, this is like, and I'm gonna move him one step back just to make it more clear. But for all intents and purposes, he's basically standing behind like a gate, like an iron gate, and he hasn't passed through it. You can tell that when he did walk forward very slowly, he like purposefully stopped for the gate.
As beyond is considered inside of the abode.
Is it to go with the whole like you can't come in unless invited?
You think that perhaps, but you do think that that's more reference to like inside spaces.
Yeah, I don't know how that pertains to Strahd, or
that
if
has
even
not been an issue in the past. I mean,
in the
he
past,
came right into the...
Yeah, he's always just done what he wanted anyway. I didn't think he was like a typical vampire, but I didn't.
So I'm thinking maybe potentially hollowed ground.
Which we already suspected with having to purify it, right?
Right. But if there's still traces of it being hollowed and having some
because it's
religious significance.
It sounds like this place is more tainted than it is like fully corrupted yet, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's not all the way gone.
Yeah,
it's like
still...
It's like a little stain on the shirt. You know, the shirt's still good, but there's just a little bit on it. You know,
You like
it's
rubbing
like
it and it's just getting bigger and it hasn't really
you can't wear it
not
out to
fully
nice
coming out.
functions anymore,
It's-
but you
it's
can
like
still kind of wear
a-
it around the house.
Yeah.
It's like a half chocolate, half vanilla soft serve cone.
I've lost the
twist.
analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
yeah. I think we got it. I
I'm
think we
not
got
that
it.
smart. Okay.
So yeah, I
So-
will hand it over to everyone. Would you like to?
And
This-
oh, go ahead.
Go
I was
ahead.
gonna
Something
ask-
happening before.
Well, I was gonna ask Merek what his stance was. We had a long conversation about whether or not we were gonna resurrect.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. She is of no consequence to me unless you can give me a reason on how she would be useful to fight Strahd.
As a DM, I will say she is an ally.
No, I know, but I as a person recognize several ways that she's useful, and we should bring her back if we can normally. But me as a character, I told you I was lost in thought on how to use these. I see more combat power in these abominations than I do in one girl. And remember, I'm a 20-year-old kid, right? So shit does elude me if you don't spell it out for me. So I will tell you that no, I'm really I know I missed the session, but it's actually a good way for me to be silent and think about using these things as living weapons.
Sounds good. I didn't think Merek would be pushing in that
No,
direction.
the only thing I would have wanted to do the last session that we can't retcon was if Sergei is actually buried somewhere around the lake, I would want that sword. That's
We
what
didn't
Merek
find
would...
any. Yeah, we didn't find anything.
No, I know.
of note.
I watched this. I watched the whole session. Merek would have gotten a shovel and started digging in 15 different places, saying, "Oh, this time I'm gonna find that shiny sword of his." So,
Don't you already
does
have
that
it?
answer your... No, I have Strahd's sword.
Uh,
I have pre vampire Strahd's magical sword, not Sergei's sword. Because remember, I tried to wager with Sergei and he didn't want to, and I would have wagered his sword.
So Jeff, does he find the sword?
He
No.
does not.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
that was all I had.
Okay, so also looking at Strahd, it's Strahd, right? It's like the Strahd we know. He looks the same. There's nothing majorly different about what we're seeing.
He, for the first time, he looks slightly aggravated.
It's a cranky boy.
Merek would
killed his fucking wife. Yeah.
Yeah, Merek would get an arrow out. Just saying.
Okay.
Not
So,
not get...
seeing the abbot step back, as he steps back, kind of after he just kind of was saying he's going to offer this flesh golem bride or something, was one of the last things he was saying before, and we kind of started thinking he was crazy. I kind of look back at him and say, well, now's your opportunity.
He kind of turns, looking at you, and he immediately says, "But if we give him your friend, he'll have the bride he truly wants." I was wrong. I was foolish.
Do I believe him?
Insight.
For the 20th time in a row, you're
I
coming.
know. I really just don't.
Yeah,
I really don't believe this guy.
I enjoyed watching that. Do I believe this guy?
No.
Yeah, as far
No,
as you
I
can
don't
tell, he's telling the truth, and it's almost like when he says "I was wrong," that's when kind of this same ear to ear, almost maddening smile kind of comes over his face, and he's like, "Yes, she will be the perfect bride."
I think we just created another problem for ourselves, kids.
Yes.
The timing on Sirenscape with that again too. While you're saying that, and the bells, and then the things start howling as he's grinning, frig.
Mercer, I would call out. I don't know. Like, are you alive, friend?
At this moment, I would probably say Mercer's still just kind of barely cognizant of what's going on.
Yeah, I would say
He-
Mercer's probably like on his knees, and like both his legs are probably covered by snow. Like it's been coming down quite heavily. Yeah.
So, I just briefly looking at the part, thinking about what I just role played as far as like, we can't really save her one way or I don't think Sid sees how we save her, whether Strahd has her or not, at this point, kind of what we've learned. And I don't see how I don't think Sid sees how he gets more power or control by potentially having her or not. Like, we're all prisoners. He's even a prisoner of his own making. Like, what does it matter? I think he would kind of be like, I don't see how, maybe to the party, I don't see how keeping Irena's body to let it decay is any different than giving it over to Strahd.
Did you just say that like out loud in character?
Yeah, I'm saying that in character. He kind of looks.
Okay, then I would immediately like out of my usual character, I would immediately snap at you and say, "How dare you give this man anything after he's taking so much from these lands?" Which I've never snapped at any of you really until now. Like she is of no consequence to me, but just the fact that he wants her is enough for me to want to keep her from him.
And Reeves will snap back at you, and there's no decision to be made here. And I'm looking at the party. I said Mercer is one of us.
I agree. Chance will be like so shook that Mercer's literally standing there because she was like ready to fucking just stay where he was. So she's like, absolutely, like, give that friggin' body away. Let's go.
And I'll look at you, Merek, and say, isn't he one of the chosen? You would let him die?
So when that expression on your face when you say something with 100% like validity, and then somebody like Reeves says what he just said, and then you're like, he brings up a good point, but visible confusion at the same time. So I just like Merek does like kind of one of like these like, and then realizes what he just actually said. So not only did I snap at Sid, which I would not usually do, I also like kind of wanted to forsake Mercer without even realizing it. So now I'm going to take a step back into the corner like a puppy who just got his nose rubbed in piss, and like loosen my grip on my arrow.
I'll look around at the party.
Who's holding I forgot who has
the
body in the bag.
Lisbeth is holding the bag with
Yeah.
Cormac in tow.
dangling from the bag.
Yeah, pretty much. And Lisbeth is basically just looking at Reeves and said, like, it's your decision. He knows how much she meant to you guys. But he's gonna say, like, she's gone and he's in front of us. Like, I don't really think there's a choice.
If we're going to do this, can we at least take her out of bag first?
I'll take her out of the bag. I'll take her out of the bag.
Yeah,
As long
Reeves,
as they're
Reeves
okay
is already
with it.
moving to Reeves. Yeah,
Yeah, also
not
he
really
probably
waiting
can
at this
hear
point.
everything we're saying.
Yeah, if you guys you guys give me the go ahead, I will remove her from the bag.
Okay.
And let go of the bag. So Cormac can...
Are we asking for any deals? Are we asking for the horse from Merek?
I mean,
are we Are we taking the body to him, or are we placing the body on the ground and stepping back?
I would like to take the body most of the way there.
Just wait a minute.
I'm kind of curious and would like to test if he will come across the threshold to grab the body.
let's take a second here. Look, and I'll kind of just like hush it. I don't know if Strahd can hear me or not because I've never really interacted with him and what his senses are, but just sort of like, look, you said this is the guy, right? Like the devil. And I'll do the air quotes. If he is asking for something, obviously he wants it very, very bad.
I
Could
think
there
this
be
is-
possible bonus to negotiation? Can we sweeten this deal a little bit?
I think this
Mer-
is more of a personal, emotional thing, not so much of a necessity or need. And I don't know if we want to push Strahd's
Hey.
emotions.
We've
We're not-
seen him simply take what he wants back in Valaki. I don't think this is a much of a negotiation.
I think
and
it's,
I
he's
think-
being very nice, even giving us an option right now.
Also, I'm not
who's
slowing down.
negotiating
I am taking this body out,
yeah.
like while this
Who's
conversation's
to
happening.
say?
Yeah.
Who's,
It's
who's
out,
to
it's
say
out.
that he
I just
doesn't
don't
just
know.
kill that guy after he gets body?
We're not in a position to negotiate.
No, we're not.
We're going to ask for our friend, but we are mice in a trap negotiating with a cat.
Merek will say that he will be the one to take the body over to Strahd, and I'll look specifically at you, Reeves, as like I will treat her with respect as I bring her to this, and I like kind of mumble off while I insult Strahd under my breath.
Yeah, I think I can sense your sincerity and even your reaction after I kind of snapped at you earlier. Felt a little guilty seeing your reaction to that. So yeah, I wouldn't have any objections.
Okay.
But I would actually call out and say we're bringing her to you. Send Mercer through the gate.
As you get close to the gate with the body,
Oh, yeah.
you're just gonna see Mercer like cough up just a tiny bit of blood and just raise his head, just beaten and fucking bruised. Like he already has a patch over one eye, but the other one's like halfway closed from a black eye. Don't you fucking do it.
I
Sid
keep
would,
looking forward. Okay.
Do
So,
not
yes,
give this man that girl.
So so can we just slow down for a sec? Who's moving up?
I'm moving up with
So-
the body right now. That's why I kind of stopped where I am right now to give people chances to say and do
Yep.
things.
Okay.
I was
So
one
Sid's
interruption
definitely
away.
moving up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sid's definitely moving up to see Mercer.
I'm gonna Lisbeth is gonna follow suit to try to just stay close to everybody.
As each one
We're all
of
just moving
you
up.
gets slightly closer, it's very strange because the closer you step to Strahd, and you know that's the horse that's doing this. But even as like sleet and snow is like pelting down onto you, you notice like Mercer, like it's like the frost is forming on Mercer's face, like as the snow kind of hits it. But all of you feel this great sensation of warmth coming from this horse, like unlike anything that you felt before.
Okay, and before we continue, like when earlier when I asked, like, does Strahd look different? Is it the one we know? Like, is it the same for Mercer? Like, looking at Mercer, we know it's actually him.
Roll an Arcana check
'Cause I'm like,
or a perception check.
Yeah, Reeves would also be questioning if this were an illusion or not. If
I'm
can
gonna do
also roll.
Arcana because I'm higher in it.
Mhm.
Oh, that was almost a 20.
Got an adopted 20.
Lisbeth has met Mercer once and couldn't tell him if he was real or not.
You know, Chance,
I
that
hugged this guy, so I know
that-
his smell, and I know like.
Yeah, do we
Um,
smell him?
Does he
Yeah.
smell like Mercer?
you do not smell anything. However, it's almost like you're sitting by a warm campfire. Like you kind of get that sort of like not the wood smell, but like the camp, like the warmth like the heat smell. You do know, Chance, with that Archon check, that there are illusions. But you, with a 16 perception, I think you have a base. What do you base of?
I think my
Base 14
is-
perception. It looks like Mercer.
Can I actually? Does it? It does not smell like Mercer.
Does not smell.
My passive perception is 18.
Yeah, you do not smell anything.
Does anybody
would-
else? Oh,
Yes. So I got some things I want to say before we hand it over. So as we approach, thinking back to the dinner and kind of where we left. I remember him saying he wouldn't force her. I remember him saying like he wanted her to come on her own. Am I correct in remembering that?
Mm-hmm.
I think I would say you broke your promise. Kind of as we're approaching, I would just look at him and say, you broke your promise.
He kind of goes to say something, but just repeats. You have what I want. And that is all that matters.
Does he seem to be tracking us? Like, does he seem like...
Yeah, he seems to be watching you as you're approaching. You do sense, like, as you think, like, he's kind of, like, moving some fingers around. He definitely seems prepared for something.
Would it be an act of aggression to cast Dispel Magic on Mercer?
You think casting any sort of spell probably would come off as aggressive, I guess, in any way. Mainly because, like, even with Dispel Magic, you have to, it's somatic and it's verbal. So he would know that you're...
Yeah.
Don't you do it, lads. I'm not worth it.
I gotta go let my wife in the house.
Okay.
We shall wait for you.
Yeah, I feel like this is a key.
Yeah.
We didn't want to start without you, Matt. We're like, nope, absolutely not. We're waiting.
We keep playing and then we cause a divorce.
I still think we should place the body down and make him come get her.
Nah, Merek. Well, you can suggest that, but Merek's taking that body all the way to Strahd.
Yeah.
Reeves is like one.
I just want
blood
him
cough
to
away.
come.
When you're like when you're
Forward.
about where you are, he would tell you that it's close enough.
Like, I don't think
Like,
Strahd's gonna let you walk right up to him, but I want him to come in. Just to
understand, like, why he's
just to
not
try to
crossing.
learn something. Yeah.
Also, we didn't ask this person anything.
Which person?
This dude, I forget the name.
The Abbot?
Abbot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you asked him lots of questions
Yeah,
last
I was
session.
gonna say.
Well, earlier, yeah.
And he's basically kind of taken a back seat since Strahd showed up. He
Mhm.
was like genuinely scared when he felt his presence. So
Yeah.
His bubble.
Which you would all find slightly alarming,
Right?
considering how
powerful he is.
powerful he is.
Sorry about that.
All good?
Good. I think
Don't you
I was
give this
listening.
car what he wants.
We give him nothing. He's as much a prisoner here as the rest of us. This won't change that.
this place needs you too much for it to lose you now. And we've brought you what you want. Now give us Mercer.
He
Oh.
he looks at you all and says, "Step away from Tatiana.
Step away from our friend.
You will have him in time.
That's
But
not
the
the
abbot
deal.
and I have business.
That's not the deal. It's a fair trade.
You notice like mist starts to kind of coalesce around his hand.
So Merek's gonna take a step forward, holding Irina as gently as he has ever held anything since he's been a child. Will look Strahd in the eyes and compose himself and go and say words that he would normally once again not say because of you people. And yes, I mean the party.
I was gonna say, what do you mean, you people?
It's like, oh Lord of this land, who has apparently been watching me since I was a child, I entrust this body to you. And as I'm gonna put it down, is like in exchange for that man over there, and as I like gently release her body, I point to Mercer, and then after about 1 second, my hand also points that. He's like, you have taken so much from Barovia. I don't think giving us a horse would be that much of an extra ask. And I'll step two steps back from the body, waiting for his response before I step back any further.
As soon as when you do say that, he says, "No one will have my horse."
Yeah, I'm not in a position to argue with him, but Merek does like horses. So I'll keep stepping back.
Yeah, he
Keep
kind
doing
of
that.
waits for the rest of your reactions are.
I'll only step back 1 step. I won't step back far.
Keep an eye on the
And I'm gonna imagine. I'm gonna make it. I think I had it out earlier, but I'm gonna make it seen that I have the spell book, his spell book.
You're gonna make it known.
That you
Pretty
got his
ballsy.
diary.
Yes.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Dear diary,
Oh God.
Today I kissed Tatiana for the first time.
Hold on. Let me try to think about Sid and what this experience looks like and whether he would do that.
You're trying to see if there's
just give me a second.
Yep.
I think maybe he wouldn't, because he would see his friend bloody over there and he wouldn't do anything to. Maybe he would just have his hand kind of in his bag where it is in case something. Yeah, that's what he's gonna do.
Okay.
I'm not gonna pull it out.
Seeing
That's what she said.
Sid give it space, Reeves will also put a space between.
Okay.
And the corpse.
I'm not meaning to be that close. It's just the way that these things are diagonal, like there.
Mhm.
If that makes him happier.
All right. As you all step slightly back, he kind of lets go of Mercer as Mercer slowly falls into the snow. You notice now that most of the snow has melted in and around where Mercer was. Again, you think just from the radiant heat of his horse. And that's when you notice the mist that had kind of coalesced around Strahd's hand kind of disperses all around the Abbey, and that's when the gate in front of you swings completely open. That's
The
when
Superman
something
gate.
unexpected happens. Because Lisbeth, as you wait for the devil to make a first step, he does so. And he steps onto hallowed ground once again.
You said he dispersed the mist, like released
all
it
the
over
way
the
around.
ground, or did he
It kind of just like
he's
Like-
walking through his own mist kind of thing?
no. He
Okay,
is
okay,
not in any sort of mist. He is
Okay.
fully stepped into hallowed ground, and he looks at the abbot and at all of you, and he says, "This place is no more sacred than my crypt. The priesthood saw that when they made a feast out of their own brethren, and you were all fools to treat this place with such fickle assumptions." He walks up to Irina and picks up her body and steps forward towards you, Lisbeth, looking expectantly for you to move the way.
Okay, Lisbeth is gonna hesitate a second longer than he probably should have, and then he will just do a single sidestep.
Okay. As Strahd walks very slowly, brushing past you, Sid, he walks straight to the abbot, and that's when the most unexpected happens. Because as Strahd stands there with Irina in his hands, he falls down onto both knees, and he pleads and begs for the abbot. "Please, abbot, you know who I am." And that's when you notice he shifts, changing into the man that Mercer, at least the story that he told about Mercer and the coffin maker that you all recognize. He turns himself into Vasily van Holtz. And immediately when he does so, the abbot again steps back 2, 3, 4 paces back, as if seeing a ghost. It's then that you realize that this abbot likely didn't conduct these experiments by himself. You believe that likely, under the same guise at which he tricked the coffin maker, he likely also tricked or helped the abbot. That you are not
So-
sure.
As soon as Strahd kind of drops to his knees and starts interacting with the abbot, Lisbeth is gonna kind of like nudge Reeves and kind of do one of these towards Mercer.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
Merrick
Lisbeth
notices-
isn't moving. Lisbeth is gonna stay there, but he's gonna like.
As soon as you step closer, Strahd kind of waves a hand and the gate slams shut.
Oh no.
Merrick kind of, until the gate shuts, I am like almost as beside myself as the abbot, seeing Strahd on his knees. Like
He
I
is
had no idea what to make of this whatsoever until the gate shuts, and I kind of like actually realize what's going on now.
Yeah, you see at this point, as he begs the abbot to bring Irina back, you all realize that the reincarnation may take longer or maybe more random or questionable than you all had assumed. And he begs and begs with tears rolling down his face for the abbot to bring her back. And that's when you notice the abbot agrees. He nods his head and says, "Yes, this is the perfect bride for you."
Holy
Holy shit.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost go ahead, Reeves. I think we're thinking the same thing, but
Well, maybe not. I'm still kind of thinking about getting to Mercer.
yeah.
So I make eyes at you, and I put my hand over, without touching it, my grapple hook, kind of just almost ask permission to leave.
I mean, Sid's like kind of
Rough.
nods, but like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
It
But
could
it's like,
I could get struck out of the air is basically my concern, but I can't. I'm not saying anything. I'm only asking almost yes or no.
you'll see me like look back at Strahd and just and maybe at the horse and just grip my spear tighter, kind of reassuring you that if something happens, I'll got your back.
Is it obvious when I go into a rage?
Yes.
Silent rage.
So it would take it as a an active.
Yeah, like think of it as if you're like overcome with anger. Basically, you can flavor it however you kind of like, but you're kind of overcome with
I
this.
feel like Strahd's kind of distracted right now, and I would be kind of angry, so he'd be like, he's angry, whatever, let him be angry.
He was very distracted, but not distracted enough not to notice.
You going Super Saiyan?
Even somebody stepping 5 feet towards the gate, he noticed.
Yeah.
Do
Um,
you have anything you can cast through the gate to at least heal him or pick him back up?
you're muted.
You're muted.
Is the gate solid or bars?
It is bars.
Okay, so we can still see.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay,
Something to
that's
kind of
quite-
pep him back up a bit.
Is Cormac's small enough to sneak through? He's too far though.
I don't think Cormac has any interest in all whatsoever in interacting.
Cormac has
with...
no idea what the fuck's going
No,
on.
he's just kind of enjoying the show at this point.
He just Cormac already thought he was fucked by being in Barovia, and Reeves just said, no, you are fucked times infinity at this very moment. So...
Yeah, now you've just met the devil. Yeah, good job. Do we have do we have a healing potion or something we can toss through it? Even like
his hands are tied.
Reeves, were you gonna do? Just
I'm
for it,
going.
or-
I'm going to do it when we resume action. I will be.
Okay.
So if anyone needs to make any plans around that,
I was
Just-
asking about raging because I don't think I could do it without him noticing.
he will notice
What-
me doing this.
Yeah, let's
Oh.
just see how it plays out in character.
All right. Well, Reeves
If-
will, upon getting like a semi-affirmative response from Sid, Reeves is gonna pull out his grapple hook and hook to the top
Okay.
of the gate.
Roll a wisdom save for me.
Wait,
Can I
before he
give
does
him?
that-
We're all
Hold on.
thinking, like, dude hasn't even rolled yet. We're all like, wait.
I just was gonna ask
Um,
because last time you guys played for me like 2 games, right? So we did a long rest at some point, and I don't think you
Yeah.
rolled for my potions.
No, we did not.
So I would like to do that just in the event that we do need some shit going on.
Yeah, I'm still exhausted and stuff too. So
And I think I have low for my cosmic element, so I can't
You
really
do.
do
You
anything.
rolled a 1.
And
Yeah.
I think I can roll two for 2 potions. If you let me, Jeff.
Yeah, that's fine. Go and roll for whatever you roll for.
2 healing potions, please.
Nice.
Nice.
Those are your.
My elixir.
Does somebody else have them?
What?
No, because you guys played, like, I didn't play for 2 games, and we had rested.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if
Twice.
somebody else has
Oh,
them
it erases them.
on their
Yeah, yeah.
because it doesn't erase them. But
No,
you said of
Think
healing.
so?
2 healings. I think the last person I gave it to might have been Matt, if he had it left.
Yeah.
It's 2d4 plus int, right?
Hmm?
2d4 plus int.
Yes.
Your potions are always called elixir of something, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any elixirs.
Yeah, I don't have any elixirs either. I've got all the poison in the world.
I've added them to your inventory.
Thank you, thank you. Sorry. Resume, Reeves.
Yeah,
So,
my
like-
my action would be grapple hooking up, and I will begin to make my way across. It looks like about a 10-foot
'Kay.
platform up there.
Just as you go to shoot off your grappling hook, Strahd immediately snaps to you, his attention completely away from the abbot, and with some very deep and like these very arcane words, you think somehow channeling some of the dark magic that you had seen in your vision from the Amber Temple. You are immediately turned into you're immediately turned into a boar.
Does Cormac see that know that he's casting a spell?
Probably, yeah.
Counterspell.
Okay, we are all gonna roll for initiative.
I was gonna say no, because then we're gonna just let it be a board.
Fuck. or someone's gonna die, or all of us.
Wait, can we open the book and just disappear if we roll high enough?
In
No,
4
I gotta
hours.
study it for an
Can
hour.
we
have to
get a
study it.
can we get a refund on those plane tickets?
If that, then I can't do
Look.
it because we're rolling initiative, so I can't.
It's either plane tickets for the end of the campaign or plane tickets for the beginning of the next one.
There you go.
That's
I
the
was
spirit.
gonna say too that the second he takes off with his grapple, I was gonna go into a rage, and I.
Yeah, I guess we'll see how that.
Alright.
Who still has aid from last time? Can you tell me, Jeff?
It only lasts an hour.
Yeah, but
still
you
have
cast it
8.
right before.
Yeah, you should still have it.
It
Yeah.
says for 8 hours.
Oh, dope.
And
Yeah.
Jeff, can you remove the 3 levels of exhaustion I somehow have?
Yeah.
But I think I could. It's only on
Thank you.
5 people.
Oh, I don't have
3
it on me.
people, so I
Alright.
that's okay. Because I'm first, so.
I think I broke
With
my game.
with that, we will directly to Strahd's turn.
Oh no.
Should I be able
Where's
to
the-
see? I'm blind.
Can you
Should I
not
be
see
able to get
anything?
that counter spell off?
Yep. Yeah, you'll. What do we want to roll this?
Refreshing Foundry.
Because that was a reaction to his
Uh,
spell.
It's probably because you.
Are above.
Yep. Give me 1 second here.
I can see again.
Yeah, I think I fixed your vision.
Thank you.
So you are using counterspell,
Yes.
right?
I'm gonna do it at a 4th level.
Okay. So less than or equal to the. Okay, cool. Yeah. As you do so, Reeves, you would not have been turned. Because as you do so, Cormac channels these arcane words, seeming to nullify the magic that Strahd has cast, and that is when it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I am going to keep doing what I was doing. I'm going to jump down to Mercer and give.
So the walls are 15 feet high. Sorry, 15 feet high. I think so. Walls are, 15 foot high.
I have Featherfall.
No, but I'm just saying. So you are where you are, basically, right?
Oh, perfect. Okay.
So yeah.
So I was able to go up. I'll go across, and it won't let me go down, but I mean to go down. There we go.
Mhm.
Yeah, and with my action, I'd like to pull out my water skin and offer Mercer some water, and I'll say, "You damn fool! We were never gonna leave you with him."
Okay.
And then I say, "It's nice to see you again, friend."
Do you
If
hug
even for
him?
the
Is
last
the
time.
question.
Hugging is a full action. Sorry.
Yeah, as you start to pour water into Mercer's mouth, that's when you're surprised, because as you pour and pour, it just hits the snow beneath Mercer's feet, revealing it was an illusion all along.
Knew it.
And
Fucking asshole.
in my surprise, I will just holler, "An illusion!"
Yeah, and I can see or hear you through the gates, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What would I have had to roll for me to see that? Like, was I off
You're
by
not-
1?
You're not sure.
That's so annoying.
Jesus Christ.
Does my illusion get to keep that initiative roll?
Sure, yeah. Yeah,
Damn.
anything else?
Ah,
All
yeah.
right, so I've used a bonus action and an action, so no.
'Kay.
Nothing
Lisbeth.
else.
Lisbeth is.
Can we open the gate even though we know it's closed just so I can see? Because I think I could.
Yeah.
It's bars, right? Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. Just going to go into a rage, and just hold an action.
Wow. I'm shook right now.
And the trigger is going to be if Strahd moves to attack anybody in my vicinity, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that.
No, that's fine. You can just say that. That's all good. As it is now the abbot's turn, the abbot looks at each one of you and says, "Please let us witness the miracle of the Morning Lord. Let us not let this turn to chaos." And he will try to persuade you all.
Too late, buddy.
I will roll and let you guys determine what you think about it. He rolls a 29.
To persuade?
I am. Lisbeth is thinking we should run.
Yeah.
If there is no Mercer and he has the body and we have nothing left to do with the abbot, we should get the fuck out of here as fast as we can.
Are we all giving our 2 cents right now? Sorry,
I mean, we're in initiative. I feel like we
Yep.
should figure it out with
Yep.
what we do or say. In
So you notice that he, as all of you are contemplating, he looks towards Strahd and says, "I will start the preparations." And he starts walking with Irina's body very slowly towards, and by very slowly I mean actually very slowly, towards these doors. And that is his action.
Could have tripped him.
You notice one thing that's kind of changed about the Abbey, because as some of the mist you saw had dispersed through the courtyard, some of it's kind of starting to seep from out of the walls. And you start hearing these like loud screeching, as if something is about to emerge. And that's when you notice bats, hundreds of them, start to emerge from the Abbey walls. I'll make them visible.
You're telling us there were bats in the belfry? Come on.
I know, almost.
Name of the episode?
For a
Sure.
second, I thought Jeff was gonna have a dragon land on us.
No. Chance, what would you like to do?
Holy hell, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out who doesn't have aid, because that is what I would like to do.
I have aid.
Okay, I don't think Merek has it. I don't have it.
No, I don't have A as a defense.
And Sid doesn't have it.
I am aid positive.
Yeah, I was going to say, but I think some of us have AIDS, so we're good.
Wow. I don't know if I have to damage fast.
No, that's okay. So who are you trying to give aid to? You're trying to give it to Merek?
Merek, me, and Sid.
All of our partners.
Now we're all good. At least for this fight. And then on that note, currently the door is closed, correct?
Yeah, it's a gate, but yeah, it is technically closed.
I want to do a blessing of the Raven Queen and get as far, like as close to the gate as I can.
Okay.
If she can see through the gate, does it work?
Yeah, she can see through the gate, and yeah, you can
Can I
technically
get
go on the other
through
side.
the gate?
Yeah, because it moves you to a space you can see. Yeah. Yeah, you can teleport to an occupied space you can see. So yeah.
I don't know if that was the furthest I could go.
What is it? As far as 30 feet? I think you could have gone further.
Yeah,
I
you
want
could have
that.
gone behind me.
Oh no,
I
no,
want this one.
no. That's as
Oh,
far as you could have
okay.
gone.
I think there was a space here that showed up as available.
She
Yeah.
couldn't have seen that one
Oh,
technically.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'm done now then.
Okay. Cormac,
Lacks permission to update actor. I don't know what that means.
ignore
So, are we running? Are we fighting? What's happening?
Oh, I'm full
that. Well, we're in
intention.
I don't think
initiative,
anybody
so,
said it out
so
loud
no
yet,
one said
so-
anything yet out loud. So yeah.
All
You
right.
basically
You
see
just
her
saw me bolt
disappear.
away. Yeah.
You definitely saw a flash
Well-
of purple on the other side of the gate.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening, but I need to
Cormac should do what he does best.
You're in danger.
verify here. I'm
I
going to
know.
move
Danger.
closer to Lisbeth here. I'm on the measurement tool.
Mhm.
And I am going to cast. Can I, if I'm able to rotate this into a diamond, I would be able to get all the enemies.
I mean the enemies.
But how do I rotate
I think it's
it?
a 40-foot cube, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I should be able to hit all the bats, Strahd, and the abbot.
What are you casting?
Slow.
Oh.
So
That's where I said it, but I was trying to hit everybody.
You hit me.
Yeah, I know.
But I think it's creatures you pick, right?
That's up to six
Yeah.
creatures you pick.
Yeah, it's your choice.
so because I think how do I rotate? I think you could rotate it. I'm just trying to remember.
You
how to-
rotate with the wheel or control.
No, not on this one. This one's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. As you roll,
I know it's probably not going to do much, but it might grab the bats.
start with the
at least.
abbot. So the abbot, it's a wisdom save. Is that right?
It is a wisdom save,
Yeah.
16.
Wisdom save. Okay. The abbot gets a 28.
Okay, I can't even cutting words that.
Strahd.
He's a cleric, of course. It's high.
Strahd gets a 24.
Oh my god.
I will cutting words that as a reaction.
Okay.
Before you roll the next one, I just want to read a feature.
Yep.
Let's see, where's my...
Because I never remember when.
I need some popcorn soon. This is stressing me out.
I'm so stressed right now.
And both sets of bats get, well, one gets an 18, one gets a 19, the other one gets a 2.
Damn it. It's a 1d8 for me. Oh my god! Wait.
Dude, if it was a 1d6, I could have helped.
Did you? Okay, you rolled for your wheel or woe last time. Okay.
Yeah, I got woe this time. That's why I'm trying to get them in before you roll, but it's fine.
Wait a minute. Just let me check on something. real quick.
Everyone's rolled, right?
Okay. That's
Everyone's
not going
rolled
to.
what?
Yes, everyone.
That
has
was a
rolled.
waste of a fucking spell.
So one is slowed. Like one group of bats is slowed. Oh, that's on you. It's not. Let's try that. Okay, it's not. Question mark.
And then I believe I moved, 20 feet? So I'm going to move another 5 feet this way.
Okay.
Damn, that was a waste of a fucking spell.
It was a good
They just
plan,
have
though.
high. That was a good idea.
I had
They
to
just
try
have-
something.
Yeah.
That's all I could think of that would maybe give us more time.
As your turn ends, almost as if disregarding everything that you've done, Strahd follows the abbot. Merek.
Okay, so as Strahd is passing by me, I call out to him. And what of the real Mercer?
He just ignores you as he walks by.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't know if he's captured somewhere or if he's. Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't even know.
I have
Yeah.
taken I as much as I want Strahd dead, I have taken the group's lead several
I see your
time
smile.
on the Strahd murder boner.
Yep.
Merek is going to do something here. I may regret this later. So as a bonus action, I will activate my. Well, actually, wait. Let me measure first. 2, 2, 2, 2.
Sorry, by the way,
Oh.
these bats would have moved to like
Okay.
about here.
Yeah, I have exactly enough.
I know exactly
move-
what you're
Yep,
doing.
Yep. Merek's gonna activate his tattoo as a bonus action to give him the extra 15 feet of movement.
Okay.
And once again, the group doesn't seem like they want to fight at this point. Oh wait, why?
All right.
and I will go examine the horse and see how friendly this thing looks.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Would you like me to roll animal handling? Because I will use my action to appraise what kind of horse this is.
Yep. Yeah, definitely roll an animal handling check. As you approach the horse, you take 22 points of fire damage.
I was wondering why you're rolling fucking dice.
I was not wondering why he was rolling dice.
Well, I was wondering, as in what's gonna happen? Like
As
something's
your
gonna
like
fucking.
your eyebrows begin to singe from the heat that's coming off this thing. As you look, you notice that it's kind of like trampling its hooves into the ground, and it actually turns towards you as if to start to charge at you.
Okay.
I lied. Actually, I lied. It doesn't look like it's going to charge, but some of its like heat, some of the fire that's on like the manes and stuff, kind of disappears, and you notice instead it's like building in its neck as it looks towards you.
Okay.
It's a spicy pony.
The
Mhm.
fireball pony.
Yeah.
It's a dragon.
Rapidash!
It's a fucking dragon.
It's a Rapidash.
Right. Merek, toughing through the fire damage, will realize that this thing is much like Strahd needs to go, and I will just stare it directly into the eyes, taking all the fire damage, and I will
Okay.
end my turn there.
That
All right.
wasn't all the fire damage. All the fire damage
Yes,
is coming up.
all the
For
fire
now.
damage thus far.
Sid, you're muted.
All I said was, "Oh, fuck me."
Because you chose the cold shield instead of the fire shield, right?
That's not really what I'm worried about. I'm worried about more of what I'm gonna do.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! You're gonna go get her, aren't you?
Why are
Uh-oh.
you guys
Okay.
picking now to be spicy?
Why? you
I don't
gotta
think I
be-
can. I'm not gonna get her. What's the? I gotta check.
But
her
you want to
range real
watch?
quick. Hold on. What's the range on this? 30 feet.
Oh, nay. Don't do it.
So I'm gonna step forward.
Mhm.
One step. And what's the distance now here? Nope, 2 steps. So, the bats are just kind of floating there, or are they aggressive?
They appear to be kind of just circling for now. Yeah, they appear to be kind of just circling for now. They're kind of like fly. They're not like this, like Foundry. They're kind of like flying all over the place. Like it's making the courtyard very chaotic.
I'm gonna look at Lisbeth and Cormac. What's the expression on their faces right now?
Cormax looked like he just realized he fucked up.
And Lisbeth?
Elizabeth is like ready
Looking
to
at
go.
Cormac like he fucked up.
Elizabeth is
Ready?
wondering why you guys are poking the bear and then standing behind him.
I didn't know.
He went into a rage and stood there like a good boy and didn't attack anybody, and then everybody else attacked and ran at him behind him.
So Elizabeth looks like
He's in a stance. Yeah,
Just
I
like-
still have my action ready.
but looks like
he's
nervous.
like he's like not nervous, just more like he's about to move backwards. Like he's watching the bats, not so much into Strahd anymore because Strahd's walking away. He's just
Okay.
watching the bats to make sure they're not going to move, and he's just in that like.
Okay.
Did you not learn from the time that you became an ape?
It looks like he's ready to run.
Okay. And then I look over my shoulder real quick at Reeves. And what does Reeves look like? What is
I have-
on his face?
I have a look of concern. I am concerned because if you go, I go.
Damn it.
But it is,
Can-
it's worry, and I don't think I can convey much more than that. But I'm almost pleading with you not to with my eyes.
Okay,
Can you-
that's what I
almost
was-
sad.
That's what I was going
Yeah.
for.
Can you ask me what I look like?
I have some guesses. You're looking at this horse.
No, I look like this is fine.
Wait.
Okay,
fine.
so
No
so
eyebrows.
no one's
Chance is basically just like,
No eyebrows.
what
Yeah.
are you
No
doing?
eyebrows?
Like, come
okay.
back.
So everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
But yeah, absolutely. If you start to go forward, like Chance is going forward because now she's like pissed off that it wasn't Mercer. She's real mad about it.
Okay, so
Real
this is what I'm
mad.
gonna. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna step back to. God damn it. I'm gonna step back toward. Seeing kind of everyone like anxious or stressed, I'm gonna say to them, just quietly, "Let's get out of here." And I'm gonna step back toward the door, but I'm gonna hold a wall of fire to cast on if I see any of our friends get attacked at all by anything. I'm going to cast a wall of fire. So if I don't use it, I still lose the spell.
Okay.
If anything makes an aggressive action toward one of our living characters.
And where are you gonna?
So my thought was that I want to run it. I want to run it basically here,
Cool. Yeah.
approximately like through that whole ring. So I only missed the one vampire.
Cool.
And
All
just kind of a blocking, if blocking, splitting us between the group of them and the bats.
As Strahd looks back towards you, maybe he overhears the words "run." He kind of turns his head back, seems to start channeling some sort of spell, and that's when, with a very slow pause, he turns towards you, Lisbeth, and you almost feel like this dark presence surrounds you. But it's not just you. Chance, Reeves, Cormac. You all feel the same, and I'm going to need a wisdom save.
So
Can I use absorb element?
You don't know what's happening yet.
It's not gonna be good.
yeah,
That's
it's
what
only
I
good.
know.
That's only good for elemental damage.
Elizabeth is gonna be turned into a boar.
I am using my inspiration.
Okay.
What am I rolling? Sorry.
Wisdom save.
I think I'm gonna use my inspiration too.
Okay.
Do I have to do something to get rid of that, or can I just re-roll it?
You can just re-roll it.
I'm using my inspiration.
Okay, that's better. That makes me feel a bit better. Much better than a 3.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm gonna use lucky.
Okay.
We did this last time.
Now,
I feel
now
like
what
a
I'm
deja vu here.
what I'm having a hard time is with what I just said about the wall of fire. Is Strahd casting magic of polymorph or something? I don't know if that's polymorph, but casting
Feels
magic on
like
my friend.
You do not believe it to be polymorph. It is not the same arcane words that he's using.
Okay.
You would know.
But he
So
is technically
this
attacking
is
us.
an aggressive. I'm trying to decide if this is an aggressive action. We'll see what happens.
I'm gonna send it to you because it's not happening to you, and you think you know why it's not happening. You feel like that is the spell that is being used because of your knowledge. Arcane.
Would I? That's not okay. But would I take that? Because I have an action ready if somebody made a move, and you
No.
made a move.
I think your ready to action was if somebody comes close to you, right?
Mine is if somebody got attacked.
Yeah, but you
You
can't
said in your
swing.
vicinity.
You can't
I
move.
can't swing. That's true.
You can't move. Yeah. You have to.
I don't have anything for. Yeah, I don't have anything for range. Okay, so I don't do shit.
I would also like to use my Flash of Genius on this one, Jeff.
Okay. What does that give you? Added 3?
Yep.
Okay.
I already used my reaction this turn.
I have a reaction, but I don't think it's going to do shit to this.
Well, mine could help, but yeah, I can't do anything.
I don't think I
Okay.
rolled high enough.
What do you think, Sid?
Good.
I don't
do
think
that.
I rolled high. I
He's
got a
dead.
19, and
You
I
killed
don't think,
him.
I'm not confident.
Travis is dead.
You killed
Confirmed.
Travis.
Oh my god.
So
This
who
is
gets
when-
hit by this? Me, Cormac, Reeves, and Chance?
Yep.
Yep.
So everybody?
You're really
not
making
Except the
this
druid
not
who
Sid
has
and
some sort of
Merek.
connection of
Not Sid and
something,
Merek.
probably.
you're really making this obscure for me, so I have to make a hard decision.
I know.
I think he would cast it.
Okay. Go ahead.
I don't know if I want to do that as a player, but I feel
Yeah, go ahead. Your reaction would go
people
off. So
are people gonna murder me if something really bad happens from this?
I
That's
would
all
get
I'm
mad at
saying.
you
I-
doing
You
something
no.
are
you can't
playing
do
your
anyway.
character.
play
I'm
your
so
character.
Yeah.
I am so
So-
confused as
so
to
I'm
why
gonna
he's
play
even
it.
attacking us. Like,
It won't be now,
Yeah, I'm
but
gonna-
it'll be on the.
I'm
thing.
gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. And there's 2 things I'm going for with the Wall of Fire. Is to separate us and to destroy the body.
Lift and separate.
oh,
Got it.
I
Oh,
actually
that
really
is-
like that.
I also
Mike-
really like that.
Okay.
So my goal is to split. Yeah,
Right down
just
the
run
middle.
it right through to destroy the body. That's what really I honestly, if I had a direct attack on the body, that's what I would do too.
I don't
But
think you
that's
could
what
have
I'm
made
doing.
a better decision as a character, honestly.
I love it. Okay.
because you literally said that at the end of the last episode.
Yeah.
I wish I burned the body.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that.
Ooh.
Spicy meatball, guys.
I like it.
And
There's no way that course passes the dex save.
Better not. It better not. For what's about to happen to us.
The real question is, can it do more than her max HP?
Well, technically, it's an object, so
it's an object, right?
This
It's
is
already
true.
been blasted.
it doesn't get a dex save, and it takes max damage because objects take max damage.
So
True.
what about
Ooh.
that? We'll see if it gets counterspell. Does that catch basically all of them? Because if I don't want him to be on. I want it to run. God, he's on the wrong side. He's on the side with us.
You could
I
make it a
mean,
circle.
If you're gonna do it, he's gonna be pissed regardless. So
Yeah, I actually like that idea. Well, I said I was going to do it a line, but can I do it a circle, basically around them, focused inward?
Yeah, wherever you'd like to place it.
you could do the circle around Strahd and catch the body in the circle. Then
I don't want to hit that Abbey. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it right here. So he's going to be in it, and it'll be facing the Abbot.
Okay.
So I think that catches.
Giant.
Hold on, does
fucking
that catch
fraud.
all of them? Except for the bat to my left? Because the spell does 10 feet one side, right?
So yeah, it would catch everybody.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
Elizabeth and Cormac
And-
are literally split down the center and kind of like as this wall of fire goes between us.
And is he obviously trying to counterspell or do anything like
He
that?
is not.
Okay. And I would like, can I give my woe to the body so it automatically fails,
It
right?
automatically fails anyway.
It automatically fails, and it takes max damage because it's technically an object.
I don't think he realizes you're going after the body. I think he thinks
Not
you're attacking
yet.
him.
I don't know. That's enough to the
Holy
body.
crap.
Body takes
Uh,
max. So.
As your fire singes out, it's a what's the save? Sorry. Save?
Deck save.
The abbot gets a 22, and Strahd gets a 21.
And the the bat, the one bat closest to Lisbeth, I'm going to use my woe on when it tries to make a save. So that's
Okay.
going to be a minus.
Okay, it failed. It would have succeeded, so that was a good use of woe. It
Okay.
got an 18 on my roll, so
Okay.
it takes 25. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Inspiration has been given to Strahd. That's
He
not what I
doesn't
meant to do.
need it.
Nah, fuck
No,
that.
no, no.
Whoa, calm down.
Oh, sorry.
Cool. So as your fire kind of erupts, you notice that many of the bats are singed and burned by your wall. 14 is not enough, right?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think I'm at like 16 or something. Or no, it's not. That's too high.
This either
16
way.
is my DC.
So it also takes 25 points of fire damage.
And does Strahd have to make a con save or a concentration save for the charm person?
That is a good question.
Because he takes some damage, right?
Shouldn't have told us that.
He chooses to succeed.
You can use legendary resistances on con saves? Okay.
I believe so, right?
Or, I don't know.
No,
Wait, I'm a halfling, so if he's no, wait, never mind. That's fear. Damn it. I was
That's
like,
fine. That's fine. I'm pretty sure.
It's a saving throw.
Yeah, I'm sure you can do, but yeah, that's fine.
Because it's a concentration check is not a saving throw though, so never mind.
I've never really thought about it.
He got not a nat 20, but a 20 concentration.
Yeah, he would have had to roll really bad.
So
Keep getting all these good rolls. Like this is where we want the bad rolls.
I got a couple of bad rolls.
Does the body burn away?
It does. Part of it does, but she is still partly intact. As you all of you feel this great sense of dread that kind of washes over you before you start to feel like go ahead, John.
Is this being frightened?
No.
Okay, I was about to say because I get advantage on that, so I just wanted to check before you say anything.
Yep, no, it is not. All of you start to feel this great sense of dread and chance just as you look to your right, seeing your companion Reeves. You start to reach into your pouch, gripping for a very sharp dart in your bag. And it's as if you want to end things. But then, just as the moment seizes you, you manage to think back, reading about some sort of arcane magic, powerful arcane magic that can turn friends to foes. And you grit your teeth, and just because you used your flash of genius, you barely passed, so you succeed on your save.
Oh my.
The rest of you, you look at each other, and that's when Strahd announces, you are now less fun to play with, just in my way. Perhaps you can all end each other for me.
Oh my god, Jeff.
And he is casting Charm Person. Unfortunately, Lisbeth, Cormac, and Reeves, all three of you fail. And you feel the innate presence of Strahd as one of your greatest friends. And all of your previous companions are hostile towards you. And he will continue to walk towards the doorway. Reeves.
Does he take
He
on
doesn't-
his? So I cast it. He takes it again on his turn because he still started his turn in the wall of fire.
He didn't start his turn there. That was his turn when your reaction.
Oh, it was a reaction.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, great.
And so you see Chance kind of pull out the dart, but like put it back away, and that's when you kind of get this very overwhelming feeling.
God, Reeves is gonna stab me.
Actually, I think it would be more effective for me to.
I want to say that was happening whether I cast Wall of Fire or not. So
It was correct.
Wait, can I not use my spell? I'll sheath my dagger. So I technically didn't have it out, but I want to use explosive surprise.
Okay.
Just. Oh, can I?
Are you blasting Chance with that?
Pretty much.
Oh no.
Actually, I'm blasting you and Chance.
Oh
my
no.
The two healers.
He got like the worst fucking people he could get with this spell.
It's almost as if Strahd knows.
Reeves is like, somebody's calling me back. He's like, I like this feeling.
So that is my gadget DC.
It's a good thing that attacking your friends is not breaking the law, because Reeves would be dead right now.
Jeez.
Chance and Sid will need a deck save.
Well, it wouldn't be breaking the law. It's Strahd's law, right?
Well, we never got clarification on whose law he had to
Oh,
break
yeah?
Yeah, we still don't know.
for the card.
Did you a deck save early?
Yep, deck save, Chance, and Sid.
I forgot how to calculate my gadget DC.
Oh, this is not going to be good.
Oh,
Nice, Sid.
There we go.
your gadget DC is
Wait.
8 plus.
I'm going to use flash.
Plus my proficiency.
It should.
Did you already? I think you already used your reaction, right?
Plus
Yeah,
my
you
int.
did.
Oh, fuck. Wait,
Sorry.
okay. Can I use lucky?
I think it's 8 plus my proficiency plus my int.
I don't think.
I think so.
Lucky's not a reaction.
No,
So
Lucky's not. It's
One
special, so
action.
you can use it. Yeah.
15.
100%.
15 is what.
Okay. So Sid, you succeed.
Oh, baby!
Wow, there it is. Chance, you also succeed. But I think, did they take half or no?
I also need to.
Because you threw it at your feet,
Yeah, I threw it
Oh.
up.
pretty much.
I'm also just like looking at Sid being like really fucking confused about what's going on.
No, you would know what's going on.
I would?
Yeah, because
you're-
you
know
felt
enough magic.
that feeling of dread. You know
Okay.
about magic, and just as like I said, just as you're about to do something, you feel like you were.
I realized.
Yeah.
God damn it.
You
I-
passed. Oh, you
I
failed.
failed.
Yeah.
So this is gonna hurt, guys.
Dude, we're gonna have to do a
Oh my
firewall
God.
and put them in a corner.
Look at
Wow.
and
Yep.
and where's the other one? Right there.
Thank God.
That's a good roll.
That is
So
a
what is that?
great-
2, 5, 9?
2, 9. Yeah.
All right. I've applied the damage as this ring of thunder goes out. Anything else you want to do, Reeves?
Wait, it's asking me for a save, but
You can ignore it.
Yeah,
I'll
you
just
know.
put in my 20. Okay.
I suppose I would come closer to my allies.
So the door is closed, by the way.
Oh.
The gate's closed.
Yeah, the gate's technically closed. Yeah.
All right, I'll grapple
fuck.
up and do the same
Okay.
movement.
Wait,
All right.
are we all
So
allies?
wait, do we see
The three of you, yeah.
You would see.
like do I see like Cormac and Reeves as an ally? Or are we all like
they-
one for all kind of thing? And
Uh,
Strahd's my only ally.
Yeah, you see only Strahd as your ally.
I nestle in with the bats.
Lisbeth, what would you like to do?
So good thing is I didn't take any damage, right?
Not yet.
Okay, so my rage ends because I didn't do any damage or take any damage that last turn.
Okay.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But with Cormac standing right behind me, Elizabeth is literally just gonna turn and swing down
Oh no.
Cormac.
Hey, you have a really special thing on your axe, right?
Yes, I do. I do.
But that's only if you try to kill him.
But the special thing on my axe is only unarmed humanoids. So if
Womp womp.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. So
I'm
Go and
unarmed.
roll that
fucking
attack.
sucks. Yeah, I'm trying to target him. There we go.
Is he unarmed?
No.
I'm unarmed.
Oh fuck. Ugh.
And I have no reactions to do anything. So
I'm sorry. I'm so good at this.
I'm sorry, so good at this.
This is the downfall of optimizers.
Oh no, no.
You take 10 points of damage with the first swing.
Swing better.
I'll have to attack twice.
The question is, would you recklessly attack?
I was trying to forget about that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you do that? You don't do that every time.
If you had 2 werewolves beside you, what would you do?
Fucking chop their nuts off.
Oh my god.
I believe full
If
tilt
I-
is in order.
If I had 2 werewolves next to me, I would be looking at Cormac. I would challenge him with my axe so he does not get advantage, and I would recklessly attack him.
Yep. So go and re-roll that to see if you crit.
Reroll what?
Your first
No, this is my
attack.
second. Oh, my first attack?
Are you trying to say the number 1, Cormac?
Do I have to do
That-
my reckless attack on my first attack? Because
you
I get
do
2
have to do
attacks
your
per
reckless
turn.
attack on your first attack.
Okay.
Yep. So go ahead and, roll the attack. It should. Okay, so it's not advantage, so,
No.
your first attack would have been the same, and then
Does a
what about your
15
second?
still hit you?
It does.
Good roll. Good roll.
Okay, that was
Good roll.
that was
Technically
better.
a good roll, yeah.
That's a good roll.
All right. Anything else that you would like to do?
Who else is with me? He's a. No, I think I'm literally just beating the shit out of the person in front of me because he's an enemy.
Okay.
I don't think I wouldn't move. He wouldn't move, so.
All right.
So-
Can somebody roll 4d8?
No.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Wait, for what?
4d8.
For this,
Should I roll-
not the surprise, but the thing that the abbot's gonna.
Can I roll damage on him starting his turn there?
Absolutely.
In the body. In the body. Where'd my... There it is. So it's 5d8. Okay. 5. And I have to roll dex saves.
3. And what was your last? It was 25. So
Yeah.
40. He has advantage on these. It's a dex save, right?
Yeah. DC 16.
20.
So he takes half and then the body.
Okay.
Still cooking.
Body
still
would
on the
fail.
Still on the kebab.
It is still singeing. That's when you notice that he kind of places his hand over the body as bits and pieces of it begin to unchar, as if he is healing this
Wait.
body.
Can you heal a dead thing?
He can.
That actually makes
Ow.
sense. That tracks.
What
like
our
that.
luck.
Yeah, he can. He has a special healing action.
Yes.
But he only heals it for 11, so not as much as the damage that's happening. He is gonna start walking into the building. He will make it there. Strahd will follow suit the building, and he kind of turns, seeing all of you, and shuts the door.
Oh, bastard.
The bats that have been kind of circling over Cormac, you notice all of them.
So they both take. Let me roll 5d8 for
Yep.
both.
Yep. Gets a
Fine, you okay?
17.
That's a pass.
And it takes half, right?
Yep.
So 14 points of damage. You notice many of these bats begin to encircle all around you. As they do, you will need to roll a con save.
Sure.
Do you have? I don't know if you have advantage against deafening or blindness, but you.
No, I don't.
Okay. Unfortunately, you do fail.
Of course.
As the bats begin to all kind of circle around you, they do so in this disorientating vortex all around you. The space around them becomes difficult terrain, and you are both deafened and blinded at the moment as they just circle around you.
Sure, why not?
Is it break time soon? I need a break.
Sid, the same con save.
This is crazy.
Sorry, guys. I'm gonna.
Oh no.
I am gonna use my. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
I think I need. Yeah, I need.
You pass. You are. It is still difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chance.
God. I would like to move away.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful of that fire.
I know. I was like, that's too close. Go up this way.
Oh, by the way, did it? Was that an attack? Was that an attack on me? The bats, or just a deafness blindness effect?
It's
the
a passive that they have.
Okay, so the fire shield wouldn't go off.
I don't know with fire shield.
I think it has to make an attack.
Yeah, it didn't.
Or unless it says it comes within 5 feet of you.
Let's see here.
I think it's an attack. So I just wasn't sure if that counted as an attack.
I don't think it. Like, yeah, because it's not technically attacking you. It's just like there's all these bats flying around you.
Yeah, hits with melee attack. That's fine.
Cool. So Chance, you heal Merek at some of the singe wounds. Part of his eyebrows kind of restore.
Yeah, because I see the fire coming up as well, so it freaked me out. And I'll just basically like tell Sid and Merek like, what the fuck? Like, need to figure out a way to not have them kill each other or us. And that's it. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. Cormac.
Okay.
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 You're blinded and deafened, but you still think cast most spells.
Yeah, that's not going to matter because I know where my surroundings are, where they were before.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to Misty Step.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I am going to Misty Step up to...
It does say to a place you can see. Fortunately, you are blind.
That's some butts. Okay, well then, you know what? Fuck that. I'm dimension dooring. How about that then? That's what I'm gonna fucking do.
I love it.
Because I don't have to see anywhere for that. And I'm gonna go, because I'm not a fighter, and I'm getting attacked by fucking halfling kicker over there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna dimension door.
That's the new. That's okay. Where are you going?
Kicker?
You can technically go
500
quite
feet.
fucking far away.
Holy
What
shit.
the hell?
Yep.
Wow.
He doesn't have to attack if charmed.
He is not charmed. Is
Cormac's
he charmed?
not charmed?
Cormac's charmed, but charm is
By
just
Strahd.
charm's just like someone's your friend and someone else is not your friend. It doesn't like so if you would attack if someone was hostile, just if that's your normal reaction. But if Cormac's normal action is like
Just run.
save myself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna quick little pop and just out of the bats, out away from Lisbeth, and just
So that's
out
only
in the middle of
100
this.
feet. You can technically go much further if you want. I don't want the size of the VTT map to stop you.
Well, would I be smart enough to not put myself out in the middle of a winter tundra alone?
I feel probably, yeah.
Yeah. So I would probably get to a safe location to like still be able to keep my eye on the Abbey, and so like waiting for them to just either kill each other or leave before
Okay.
I
Like
feel
What
safe.
about
where we camped
would-
out?
Maybe
yeah?
where you
Would you go
camped
to
out.
where we camped up
Yeah,
above?
the overlook position.
Yeah, if that's within distance,
Yep.
yeah.
That's like on this side, like
Oh, well, then
up.
yeah, that would be, and I would just hide
Okay.
at that point, like just wait until this all blows over. I'm going to the Winchester and just wait until it blows over.
All right. This bat does start its turn. It gets a 1, so roll your damage.
Oh,
Fuck
I'm
man.
out, bitches.
That was a good use of a dimension door.
Yeah.
That's cool. I never
Yeah, it's
saw
such
that
a cool
before.
spell. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one nice thing I think about the higher levels is you get to see a lot more spells like that. Very nice. Yeah, a lot of the bats start to singe and burn. Is Merek the only one that? I think so. These bats are going to circle you, Merek, and it is going to request a con save.
Okay.
You would all know this. Well, roll an Arcana check, Lisbeth and Reeves.
Lisbeth don't know shit about Arcana.
Perhaps this time you do.
Hmm?
Depends on the roll. Hopefully you do in this case.
Nope.
Yeah, you would. Of course not. Okay. And Merek, what did you get for your roll?
I didn't ask you for the save yet.
No, just go and roll a con save.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
You said they would ask me for one.
Okay. As all of the bats surround you, it is difficult terrain, but it is not. They do not deafen or blind you, and it is your turn.
I'm going to assume that the difficult terrain is of a magical nature.
It is.
Okay. Then my Landstrider does jack shit for me. Okay. So Merek, realizing what's going on, because I won't get into that just yet, is going to disregard the horse that he was going to hope to use against Strahd to get some answers. I actually didn't want the horse, but the plan was to like threaten the horse to get Strahd to answer us about Mercer. So I'm going to run away directly. Probably take some attacks there.
The gate is closed.
The gate's closed. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll use an action to open it.
Okay. Yep. They will roll an attack against you.
They have both the horse and the bats have disadvantage on attacks of opportunity against me.
Okay. Let's see here. Disadvantage. The horse, it's almost as if it goes for a back-breaking crunch. I rolled a nat 20. But because of the disadvantage, you barely manage to wriggle your way out. The bats also do not manage as they try to encircle you. They kind of try to attach themselves to you as their claws try to dig in, but they do not manage to.
Wait. And I don't think I have any bonus actions to use. No. Let me just check one thing. No, I will end my turn next to Reeves.
Okay. Sid.
Fool.
Okay, so you see just Lisbeth and Reeves look charmed.
Yep.
Yeah, which one do I do? I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on Reeves.
Okay.
Now, I don't know what level he cast. I can only cast it at level 3, but so I don't know what level he cast it at. But I'm assuming I would know multiple targets, so it's higher than its base.
Yes.
So, so I guess I roll. What do I roll?
Let's see here.
Oh, wait. Yeah. I think I have to roll 10 plus the spell's level DC.
Okay, so you need at least a 15.
And making ability check using your spell casting ability. Now, do I get? All right. Spell attack mod is +8, but my spell casting ability so it's not an attack roll. It's just my.
Nope. So it's just 10 plus the spell's level.
5.
Yeah.
10 plus 5. I have to beat a
15.
whatever, but I get a +10. I get a D20 +5. Do I get any advantage from having the Book of Strahd? Or it's your 10. You roll. Make it an ability check using your spell casting ability, so I don't get my proficiency.
Okay, bonus. I see. Yeah. So your
So
spellcasting mod is a
+5.
Yeah, +5. Yeah.
I'm gonna roll it.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll it, but do I get any bonuses? Because I normally get bonuses from the Tome of Strahd for dealing with Strahd stuff. I think I get +1.
I think that's to your AC and saving throws, not ability checks. But there is somebody that has a reaction that adds things.
I also get
I'm smart. I just thought of something. That's the one, right?
That one.
Okay.
What does the boon of Argynvost do?
That's the AC.
That gives you AC for fighting anything aligned with Strahd, as well as an automatic bonus to any saves. +1 bonus to any saves.
Jeez. Yep. Okay.
Will I use my intelligence?
That's up to you.
Yeah.
I have one left, so it's now or never.
And he's within 30 feet. So what does this look like? As you see that Seid is clearly trying to cast some sort of dispelling magical spell. How would you help him out with?
Basically, from earlier, I was like, we need to figure out a way to have them not kill each other or us. So I guess I'm just coming out with like weird things that I'm saying and like kind of shooting it towards him to be like, okay, figure it out. You got it.
Okay, figure it out, Seid. All right. Seid, yeah, as you begin to channel your spell, you feel like the magic is just too powerful. But Chance gives you some guidance, some
figure it out. It's a pep talk, more like
some words from some arcane tomes that you've also been acquainted with, specific, symbols, glyphs, words maybe to use. And as you channel your magic, Reeves, you begin to feel like this strange warmth kind of come back over you as you are no longer charmed.
Okay. Now I'm gonna move out of this swarm, and I still have my cold shield up, and I'm gonna try to does it take attack of opportunity?
This one does. It didn't last time against Merek. That's probably not enough. Sorry, I just need to confirm.
Okay, I don't need it to take. I don't need to get hit, but if it does,
I think it's a 13. It's not a hit.
No. Okay. Then I am going to use my starry form. I'm just going to try to blast these things out. And I'm going to shoot at the bats with a archer bolt.
Okay.
Sorry, form's a little weird. It didn't do anything, but let me try it again. Used ability.
Can I not be blinded anymore so I can see what's going on?
Yeah, definitely. Where'd you go? Oh, you're here.
Somebody's obviously
Okay.
not watching my stream.
My computer can't handle it, man.
There you go.
And that's the... Actually, I don't want to be that close to him.
Okay.
I don't want to get double. Okay.
All right. As you all continue to fight one another, coming from inside the dining hall, you hear loud, like banging and what is it? Clanging, banging and clanging. That's the best word I can use right now. As some of the dishware kind of hits the ground, that's when you hear the abbot starting to call out. You imagine this image in your mind, almost as if Mercer is giving a sermon. You picture the abbot with two hands pressed together, and you hear him yelling out, "Bear witness to this miracle." That's when you start to see through the western stained glass window of Markovia a beam of light. You notice that his voice booming out is almost like this velvety smooth, a rehearsed speech. We kneel together to welcome a world without sin. Together we shall warn away the night, and there is no grave that may hold down the faithful. Rise, Irina Koliana, rise to the warmth, the light, the trumpet of the morning lord. And that's when all goes silent. The bats disperse from the courtyard, almost as if the world itself is holding its breath. You hear a whimpering coming from within the main chamber. Cloven. Master, is it? And that's when it's interrupted. Silence! Do not interrupt the work of the morning lord. And he says it again. Together we shall warn away the night. Hear the trumpet of the morning lord. And that's when you hear a gasp. Irina's voice. And you hear both the abbot as well as Strahd. Welcome back, my dear. The morning lord has given you up from... And you hear it just faintly through the stone as it echoes back from the black bottle. And you hear tears and tears as Irina is just like, you hear, like, again, dishware clang to the ground, almost as if she's crawling across the cobbled floor. Not sure if trying to escape the clutches of Strahd and the abbot, or simply just confused by this resurrection that's just taken place. And that's when you see, through the far end of the building, Cormac, rising past you, a mist kind of envelops as Strahd and Irina both appear next to you with a slight move of his hand. His horse comes to his call as both Strahd as well as Irina disappear into the clouds.
Wait, so he appeared next to me at the campsite?
Sorry. He wouldn't have. You would have seen him appear like down here.
Okay.
Yeah, down here next to...
I was about to say, damn, he knew that shit too?
No, he went this way. the horse anyway. And yeah, that's when you see, like I said, he kind of kicks his steed into flight, and again, as the sleet is kind of like just raining down, you kind of hear the same thunder that you did before when Irina passed, as he just in a flash of light ascends towards the heavens. And that's when you kind of feel that cold, bitter wind press against you once more. Like I said, all the bats disperse, and you start to feel the magic fall away from you, Lisbeth, as well as Cormac.
Now I'm really mad because I'm out there in the cold by myself.
Do we have any memory of what just happened?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Fuck.
Can we take a break?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's like
I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Sorry.
Stress, anxiety, heart attack. No, that was great. Oh my god.
It was great. I'm fucking stressed out as fuck.
I
Yeah.
need popcorn. BRB.
I'm glad he took off immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah. Yeah, I thought
I'm
it was
sorry.
gonna go way more south.
Yeah,
my
Yeah.
palms are sweaty.
my knees are
Oh,
weak.
that's
All right,
Arms are heavy.
Mob spaghetti.
all right.
there's
Stream.
mist all around you already. As, like I said, the sleet continues to pelt down on you. The warmth, like I said, has very quickly faded, and it's like it's just seeping under your skin, the cold. It is just getting bitterly cold up here at the Abbey.
You're crunching so bad.
I'll mute myself.
No, it's fine. Just move your mic a bit. You'll be fine.
I think kind of seeing everyone kind of, I guess it'd be obvious, everyone kind of coming back to themselves.
Cormac is gone.
Yeah,
I was
no,
gonna
Cormac's
say,
gone.
do I even know because I'm outside? So did I hear any of that? Because I feel like I didn't. I would have heard it? Okay.
Yeah. I think kind of looking off into the distance, I think Sid would say, let's leave this place.
Mm-hmm.
Let's regroup.
Merek would protest and point towards the door that the abbots and Strahd went through and says, "Not before this one gets his comeuppance." The abbot's still here.
We need to regroup before we get into more trouble. He has a lot of allies in this place.
Stop being the voice of reason.
Reeves is maturing.
Aww.
That's
The
that's
growth
actually
goes
really
fast.
cool to
That's
see, though.
really
On
cool.
a side note, that is a really cool.
Hey, Reeves, I matured too. I didn't instantly want to try and kill Strahd, so
You kept us alive with your character development.
I think
Okay.
Sid would kind of mutter, if we're gonna come back here at all, gonna be with that necklace.
Mm-hmm. Let's go find Cormac.
Merek will reluctantly agree with you guys as he has so many times before.
What I have seen, I mean, 500 feet, I don't know how far that is in sight, but what I've seen where he warped to, like the magic open up, would it just be, I mean, I wasn't blinded.
For Cormac,
Yeah.
maybe roll like a perception check.
I would also, if I was going to guess anywhere Cormac would go, it would be up there, but just because it's like the closest
It would be
memory
up.
of a safe space.
Well, I did.
Yeah.
I saw him go through the outside, right? Because I was standing there. He passed me.
Nat 20.
Oh
You
shit.
Okay.
with a 28, you definitely know exactly where he is.
He's like hiding.
Yeah.
But I like see his face sticking out.
He's in a tree. He's up in a tree.
I'll yeah. Lisbeth, you want to help me? No.
No,
Go find
he
our
does
friend?
not come anywhere near me.
Yeah. Lisbeth is gonna like once he kind of snaps out of it and like kind of comes back and like realizes what he just did. He's actually gonna be kind of like he's like frantically searching for Cormac. Like he's like if you know where he is, we're going. Like where is he?
Yeah, I'll like kind of point up at the at the cliffside.
This way.
So yeah, Lisbeth is actually gonna like frantically try to start climbing up the cliff to get to Cormac.
Okay. What's Cormac's reaction? As
soon as he sees her, what, did you come to finish the job?
It's like a horror movie. They're just barreling towards you, this big barbarian.
Yeah.
Raging barbarian.
Yeah.
Raging anymore.
Just like pulling shit out of my bag and just dropping it on his head.
It's that
Like
movie that you love.
If I make it, like if I'm up there and up to you, like I'm going to try to shake you out of the tree.
It's the movie you love, Jeff, where it's like, no, I'm just trying to help. And oh, it's that movie. We watched it with Tasha.
No, the Dale and
Yeah, Tucker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tucker and Dale. That's such a good movie.
doing more damage.
That's
Yeah.
exactly the vibe I was thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you make it up to Cormac, even though some pots and pans kind of come flying past you as you climb. Yeah. What would this interaction look?
You stay as far away from me as possible.
Lisbeth, so okay, so maybe not shake the tree. Elizabeth is gonna come like up to your tree and just look up at you and say, please come down.
Why? You want to slash me again? You were supposed to. You said you were going to keep me safe, and then you turn and you attack me.
He's just gonna like hard stare at you.
That's not going to work. Stop
He
it.
just continues to stare.
Stop staring at me.
Reeves,
That's not going to work.
Reeves has an ability to manipulate his voice in certain ways. Would I be able to throw my voice? Like direct it in their direction, not holler out, but I want to say something kind of to them without like hollering.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, children, I think it's time to settle this. We need to get down somewhere safe so we can rest and recover.
Lisbeth is just gonna put like a hand up to like acknowledge that you're saying something, but he's not stop staring at Cormac.
Those puppy dog eyes will not work on me. Fine, but you step back 15 feet. I have 15-foot perimeter around me.
He steps
my
back
whole
5
body.
feet. He takes one little step back from the tree. So he's not right at the base of the tree anymore. He's like basically giving you space to be able to climb down and not like straight into his arms.
Lisbeth, trust is earned.
I'm gonna like scurry to the other side of the tree and then climb down so that there's at least like a tree between us.
So as you're scurrying, he's just gonna like he's like intently like staring at you as you're scurrying and like watching as you move.
You know, this does not make me feel any better. Like a dog looking at steak.
I want to be able to do something, and I don't want him to like.
What would Lisbeth do?
So once he's on the ground, Lisbeth
you finish
wants
the job.
No, Elizabeth. It's gonna seem like that. It's gonna seem like that. Lisbeth wants to try to grab him. Like quickly. He wants to move in and basically pick him up and give him the biggest bear hug.
You still have like some werewolf teeth left.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to do.
I'll leave it up to John if he allows it.
I go for a bite. I'm definitely gonna resist that grapple.
All right, roll an athletics check. Lisbeth and Cormac go and roll either dex.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Up to you because you're contesting it.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Well.
You both sort of enjoy it.
So, yeah, I feel like as you go to grab him, you kind of get part of your hug, but then he kind of like bites your arm and he wriggles free, and then you're both left standing exactly how you were in the tree, with you just staring at him and him just kind of like looking back at you. It's this really awkward moment.
Love that.
So then Elizabeth will just look at you and just say, "I'm trying to make sure you're okay."
I'm fine. Let us both just head back to group. You stay over there.
As soon as you say you're fine, Elizabeth is just gonna stand up and kind of like nod his head and then walk back to the group.
Okay.
You go first.
I'm back. I'm walking away from you now.
Okay.
I've established.
I'm gonna keep like 20 feet between me and Elizabeth.
Okay.
He was so distraught at the fact that he attacked one of his allies that he really needed to make sure that he didn't, like, you weren't gonna die. Like, he was just making sure that he didn't do that much damage to you.
Yeah, as you're all like regrouped at the base of the hill, you can't help but sense like a feeling of both a relief, but probably a mix of emotions from what had happened with Irina within the last few hours. What would you all like to do?
I think Sid's not going to say much. So he's essentially processed a lot in the last like 8 hours. He's not going to say much. He's just going to find a place to kind of go. Maybe he's going to actually go back to the pool. He would go back to the pool and kind of sit down next to it somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, Reeves is just gonna propose that let's go back to town with relative safety. Let's just take some time for ourselves and we can regroup and make a plan. We need to decide where our priorities lie moving forward and what our next steps are going to look like.
I'm
Okay.
keeping a close eye on Sid.
As you
From a distance, but
yeah, go ahead.
Lisbeth would go back to the guy's house that we were staring at for the whole time.
Mathiel's house, okay.
Yeah. Just wherever we had like a bed, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Merek. Oh.
No, go ahead.
I was saying Merek would agree with all of that. However, he would seek out information to see if there was a blacksmith, or where said blacksmith would be in town.
Okay. So, Sid, you're heading to the pool. Reeves, the same. Merek, you're looking for a blacksmith.
I would just spend a little bit of time there, maybe if no one else is going to come to talk about anything, which they don't have to. I think that's just where his reaction would go, and then eventually he would like go back to wherever we're staying.
Okay.
I think Reeves would like to have a one-on-one with Sid after all that.
Okay.
Make us cry, boys.
Oh.
I'm gonna sit on like a broken part of the gazebo or something and like throw rocks at the water.
Chance,
Oh my gosh.
where would you be going?
I'll be following, but from a distance, just like near the pool.
Okay. Cormac?
I am just staying as far away from Lisbeth as possible.
Okay.
Following because you like it, but you don't like it, you know?
No, like, but like keeping an eye on her, so like, like peering around corners and just like giving her a stare before like slowly going back around the corner.
So, Merek, as you look, you ask some of the townsfolk, you do manage to find a blacksmith. He doesn't, you think from the equipment that you see, he's definitely not the most skilled, but what would you like to do?
Okay, just for flavor's sake, what is he doing when I walk into the shop or his work area?
He'd probably be like making like tools, like farming, basically.
Okay, so is there any sort of table around him?
Yeah.
Like close to him?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so Merek would walk in. I'm trying to think of. I don't know exactly how I would greet him, but I would like verbally get his attention.
Okay.
While taking out the Sword of Strahd in a non-menacing way.
Okay.
And like kind of like slamming it on the table, like hand down, looking him dead in the eyes and go, Can you rework magic steel?
Roll a d20.
I will roll a d20. Not
And
because
let's
Jeff
see.
said so, just because I want to.
Cool.
I just don't want to bother you.
He says, unfortunately, this sword is beyond any sort of making he's ever done.
So Merek looks down and lets out a sigh, breaking eye contact, and while not maintaining eye contact, asking him, Do you know of such a person?
He's rolling.
He says he does, but they unfortunately are in Vallaki.
Then I will. Give me a second. I need to check something on my character sheet. Nope, sorry, can't do that because of reasons. Actually, you know what? I will tell him that I will be right back. I was gonna give him some silver, but I don't have any. I only have gold pieces.
He would tell you either way. If you were to like even start rattling a coin pouch, he would tell you that that has no worth.
No, and that's exactly why I changed my mind.
Yep.
So I'm going to go back to the wagon and get him 3 pounds of food and bring that back to him.
Okay. He kind of quizzically asked you, "I haven't done anything to earn this."
And I will look at him as like, you have no idea how much that information is worth to me right now, and I'm just gonna walk away without explaining anything.
Okay.
Because I think we can all take a guess as what I want to do with Strahd's sword.
I can't, but I love it. Reeves, Sid, what would you like to do as you're around the pool? As you kick maybe some broken bits of the gazebo, it kind of crumbles even further than what it was, and like I said, the water's kind of lost all of its charm that it used to have.
Yeah, I kind of picture Reeves like walking up to the pool after Sid's already there, kind of gathering his thoughts. I'm assuming that's what you're up to. No, not that.
Look at the picture he sent in the chat.
We've come a long way to feel like we're almost back at square one.
I'll just approach the two of them and just kind of not say too much, but just kind of look at them and say, like, I'm really sorry. Because I know, like, how this person specifically was so important to the two of you as, like, the OGs of the group.
She was your friend, too.
Yeah.
I think we're all sorry.
Sid will kind of pause for a little while. And he'll say, I meant what I said up there. You know, some of them we have to let go. And he'll kind of pause, looking toward the direction of where Arabella and her dad passed. And then, but with Freya, or Irina, he'll kind of actually say Freya, and then which I did naturally. I kind of, all I can think about is back at the Death House. What's it called? The Durst House. I just playing it over and over in my head. Us walking out of the gate, and our friend being stuck behind it. I think maybe all we can take a deep breath and hope for is to leave, find a way out. I'm always used to saving people. I'm used to pulling people out of the water when they've lost all hope, their ship's sinking. But maybe all we can do is get ourselves out this time.
Yeah.
I'll ask Sid, like, what do you think should our next approach? Because Clearly, we've been hitting a lot of roadblocks in the last little bit.
Well, this one still doesn't have unlimited pastries.
That's fair.
And I'll like poke you in the stomach like a Pillsbury Doughboy. You know, so he has a little humor. He'll joke a little bit, but he won't really smile.
Reeves does. He smiles like a guilty, or what, like a sad, forcing himself to smile through the sadness.
Do we feel like we need to look for the hags in order to purify the space?
I don't know if we're going to purify this place or not, but I know that's where we need to go to cure our friend here. And I'm also, we don't know, that was an illusion of Mercer, but we don't know if Mercer's okay. I did send word for him. So he could be in Vallaki, or worse, he could be in Strahd's castle, a prisoner, or dead.
Don't say that.
Yeah. I feel like since we got here, we've been learning the lesson. We're not the heroes. We can't save everybody. Sid, I think you're right. Maybe the best we can hope for is to get out of here. But you still got a little bit of hero left in you, because you don't need to see the hags to get out of this place. You may find a way out. I can't leave without finding the hags. And I thank you for that. That means a lot. That's a non-negotiable for you, at least somewhere in your mind. I still have hope that the path I see for us getting out of here is through Strahd, not around him. I think I may belong here if the only way out is without taking him down. I don't think I leave. I've been to the other side. I know what that bottle holds. I feel like I'm a part of this place, and it's a part of me now. And if that means saying goodbye to you guys, I'll do what I can to get you out. But my mission and my path now means avenging Freya and doing what I can for the people of this land. I don't see a future outside of that for me.
Fear this for myself. Remember that Chance had kind of shared some tidbits that she was starting to lose hope, that some of the visions she thinks she had, her people surviving, was actually not the case. So she thinks there's like pretty much no hope that anyone's alive. So she also feels like this is the place for her, and she'll just like look to Reeves and say like, you're not in this alone. You never left my side, and I will never leave your side.
I like to reach my hand out and just kind of like grasp your forearm and like solidarity.
We're gonna do this. But yes, we need to make sure Mercer's fine.
I'm seeing you guys make a commitment to maybe staying here. Sid won't, shake anyone's hand. His eyes will just kind of narrow, but he'll kind of look at you both and just nod.
I'll tell Sid, like, we couldn't have gotten this far without you. Don't forget that.
You'll see the ocean again.
Yeah, there's no sea in Barovia, right?
There's not, no.
Yeah, he'll look a little emotional at that and just kind of give you a one-armed, hug with his shield to be on the other arm, but he kind of reaches out, gives you a hug.
Awkward side hug.
Yeah, it's not awkward. It's a normal.
kidding.
It's like a
Yep.
warrior. It's like a warrior hug. You got all your
Yeah.
shit and
Yeah.
whatever.
Clink, clink, clink.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if we can break the bottle.
Reeves
So
doesn't have
all
anything
three of
else
you,
to say.
all three of you, plus one free inspiration. Not free, you earned it. Some great role play there. Yeah, that's really cool character development, like out of all of you. So really well played there. Lisbeth, Cormac, you're obviously watching Lisbeth from a distance. What would both of you be doing after, let's say an hour or so of kind of maybe resting, recuperating?
Lisbeth is stress cooking right now.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'd like to actually try to make a common feast.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't remember what I rolled for that.
That is a great question. Open up the thing here.
It's one check and the DC is 8, but what do I have to roll?
Just roll a d20. I will.
Oh, it's a your cooking utensils proficiency bonus plus your wisdom modifier.
Yep.
So I'm rolling wisdom.
So you should have cooking tools, I think, in your bag actually.
Do I? Yeah, I do. Yep.
I think so.
Cooks utensils.
Yay. So I think I set that up to roll all the numbers properly.
Oh, so I have to do it through. No, I have to do it through the character sheet, right?
Yeah, you can press C if you need to open your character sheet.
Yeah, I'm in there. I just don't know where to.
It should be in your inventory.
How to click it? It won't let me click it. There it goes.
Yeah, you managed to, as you're kind of stress cooking, make a feast. Just remove the components from the bag.
Yeah, it is common and supplies.
Common feast, right?
Common feast, yeah.
That is a good. That was a good
one
item for
fresh
sure.
ingredient and one common supply.
Yep. I've added it to your inventory as well. It's under consumables. As you all perhaps regroup later on towards the evening, what would maybe discussion over this supper look like?
I was gonna say, while Lisbeth is cooking, I'm a creature of comfort.
It smells. It's like a super hearty, like creamy gravy stew. Like it is like, and I'll add a little like slice of fresh bread on the
Like
side
just
of
out
it.
of like every time you turn around to like grab another ingredient, you see like movement past the corner of your eye.
Yeah.
Just something.
So like
keeps coming
I'll
closer
set
and closer.
a bowl out for
like
Cormac, but I'm literally just gonna like
really
push it to the edge of the table, not offer it to him, but kind of just shove it to the edge of the table and then like turn my back on it.
And then it's gone. Like when you turn back, it's gone.
I hear like scurrying in the corner.
So you're sharing this with everybody, this hearty stew?
Yeah, anybody who wants a bowl can get some whenever anybody gets back.
Does anyone?
And I think it gives you guys something.
You can't what? Sorry, Mary?
Oh, I'm saying I can't because I went directly from the blacksmith to go check on the horses to make sure they were tended to.
Okay.
Water, food.
Maybe at some point
the stuff that keeps them alive.
Maybe at some point I would bring or actually yeah, at some point I would bring a bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys wander back into the house kind of thing, it takes me over an hour to make it, so it's
So I'll bring a bowl to Merek out of the stables.
I'll just like.
But how would you know I'm at the horses though?
Because
we would have it. Yeah.
We know this at this point.
So from a technical D&D rules side, this feast basically makes it so that anytime that you consume this, you regain an additional hit dice after your long rest. After your next long rest. The other thing is that because Lisbeth is highly proficient in the cooking utensils, when you consume the feast, you also regain additional hit dice equal to the cook's proficiency bonus during your next long rest. So with that, pretty much any hit dice that you've spent in the last long rest will be given back to you, basically.
Sorry, the feast is not
It's a good meal.
vegetarian, correct?
I can make, yeah. I won't add meat to yours.
I was gonna
It's
say
just potatoes and carrots in yours.
Chance is just gonna be like, after that like super deep talk, just about like we're literally all gonna fucking die. It seems like, anyways. Like she'll literally just eat the food even though it's not vegetarian. Be like,
Whoa.
like literally
I feel like it
enjoying
would be
it
more
so much.
I feel like it would be more of a twist where like Elizabeth is so good with cooking with scraps that there wouldn't be any meat in it. You would just think there's meat in it.
Okay, well I just think it and I eat it.
All right.
I'm just like, whatever.
So what would that discussion over the meal look like?
I'm still gonna eat my food with the horses as I tend to them. Sorry.
Yeah. Maybe looking at Reeves. Actually, I don't know that Sid would lead the charge in this conversation. He would just kind of look at Reeves and maybe nod. Where we discussed?
Yeah, I think it's important to get everybody's buy-in on this. Everyone, we're kind of thinking about where we should be going next. As you guys are aware, there's the issue of the relic that needs to be brought back to the Abbey. We have some leads on where we can start looking, and we believe that our best bet, assuming everybody wants to stick together as a party. You've seen the face of what we're up against, and we wouldn't hold it against anybody if they felt that this fight wasn't for them. But I think there's still change to be had, and there's no one that I would rather take these next steps with than you guys. I think we need to make way for, I believe it's the mountains to the south.
So you have kind of a few, not necessarily, you have a few things that have come up recently. One is the letter
From
from
Luca.
from Luca's father, stating that there's a
Forgot about that.
there's a manor somewhere close to Kresk that has provisions enough for the winter. You know, that's something that Kresk is struggling with. You have obviously the tome. You're still waiting for Esmeralda and Van Richten to make another appearance. You know that the mountains are calling through the hags. You think that's where they've gone, and you also have the swamp.
Yeah.
That you know that one of the 3 gems of the winery was taken to, and one of your fortunes seems to speak to a drowned village.
However, didn't we get our ass handed to us when we tried to go towards the swamp last time?
No,
We ended up in
you went
Argonvost.
to Argonvost.
We were kind of told that it was dangerous, and hint, maybe we were too weak at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know
Instead
if
of
that's
actually
still the case.
recommending, a path, I would just lay out. I'd say, like, let's make this decision as a team, and I'd explain everything we have in our quest tracker.
I guess how far was that manor?
You're not sure, but if you were to ask maybe some of the locals around here, they would tell you it's maybe a 30-minute or so walk south east of Kresk into the woods. But there was, when you came up to Kresk, there was a slight very unused path that seemed to lead into the woods. You assume, based on the directions, that that's where.
So Chance will just say, like, similar to what Reeves said, like, we need each and every single one of you to try to rid this place garbage that's going on. We're definitely stronger together. So I would say, if you're ready and we can agree on where to go, obviously we should get some rest and try to do this in the daylight, because it is 6:30 p.m. in game, I think.
It is, yeah.
It is.
So
We're
not
almost
to
in-
not to
We're almost
repeat.
in sync.
Yeah. And then I'm just like eating my non-vegan soup or vegetarian soup with my bread.
I would hate to come back to this place and have it be everyone die of starvation, but I don't know. Elizabeth, this is your. We came here partly because your village was also at risk from the abominations coming out of the Abbey. If you're just going to continue on with us.
The way Lisbeth would respond would just be to say, so we need to go get food, and then we need to go get a necklace. Is that what I'm hearing?
Chance also wants to like visit the hags because she hasn't met them. She doesn't really know what she's getting into. But
by
going off what
necklace, he's
everyone else
referring
is saying,
to.
Oh yeah.
He's referring to the relic that Sid described when we were at the Abbey, because that's really all Lisbeth knows about. He doesn't really know who the hags are.
Yeah.
Or what they are. He just knows that we need the necklace.
I'm worried about our friend Mercer as well, but I don't know. I guess just off table, to get to the southern place, would we at all pass by where
can we get a
Velaki
map?
is?
Here's the map.
Yeah, we would go.
What can you guys see right now?
We can see it.
Can you guys see where you've been before or no?
We remember there's only one road that leads into the mountains, and it does not go by Velaki.
So
where is it?
So
it's to the south,
right
isn't
here
it?
where you are, you know it leads south to the Wizard of Wine's winery as well as Yester Hill. And you notice when you were at Yester Hill, there was a path that continued into the mountains.
Like over here?
I will move down. So this
Like
is the path
I don't know
followed.
what is a mountain. Is this a mountain?
It is.
Oh, this.
You got to about here. And this is where the path leads to Yester Hill, and there's a path that continues up into the mountains.
Oh, and because I was thinking it was this mountain here to the far south, but that path. This is the path that goes to there.
It is, but it immediately starts to climb, basically where you are.
Okay, I thought we would have to go. I thought we would have to.
You can go any way you want.
No, I understand. I understand. I thought the path was actually like way over here.
You do know, because Merek grew up in this area, that there's a lake to the south. There's a river. I don't know if you guys can see it or not.
The river is close to my home.
Can you see the river to the south, Isa?
Yep.
Or not? Okay, you can.
Tiny one?
So there's a lake here. Merek's village is just around that lake in the forest. And you know that Sorry?
It's not a village. It's just one, like a
camp. Yeah. You know that the swamp, that you believe that this lake and Lake Zarevich by Velaki connect through a river.
Oh.
And that you believe the swamps are somewhere between that.
I see. I thought the swamps were way over here.
No, the swamps you believe to be in this area.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, it seems like everything except for Mercer is all kind of contained in this area, so it wouldn't make sense to backtrack to Valaki. I can send I can try to send a message, but I just can't get a response.
Chance
Okay.
would definitely want to like somehow figure out if Mercer's alive.
I think what I would do is I would send an animal messenger again and say, you know, disregard, like, don't come to Kresk, nothing here. If you're okay, like, ring the bell an extra time or something if we would hear it from Valaki at midnight. Like a 13th bell or something.
I like that.
Okay.
So where's the house that Luca's letter? You said it was like 30
on the
minutes.
map,
Is it like is
so
it like to the south?
if this is Kresk,
Yeah.
you think the house is somewhere around.
Okay.
Oh, so it's like right outside of Kresk.
Yeah, it's kind of like, well, he said it's a 30-minute walk,
About
right?
30 minutes, yeah.
So in carriage, it'd be what, 10 minutes?
If you were to ask locals, the road is very narrow and highly overgrown.
Okay.
We'd have to walk it.
Like I really
Maybe we leave your horses for safekeeping.
Yeah.
Cormac, I guess I'd look at Cormac and are you with us, or would you like to stay in the relative safety of this fine town?
Cormac is like eating like he's been like you know, anytime somebody talks, he's still like chewing and eating but not saying anything and just staring pretty intently at everyone as they're having this conversation.
Reeves is gonna jump in here and say, trying to lighten him up a little. Cormac, did you know I almost studied to be a bard? I heard there was a lot of loot.
Cormac just pushes away from the table and just gets down, like his head just sinks below the table as you just hear the footsteps walking off. No.
No, come on. Come on, stick with us, buddy. We'll take care of you.
No, he's just gonna kind of lean back a little bit, take the knife, and just sort of like start picking out the stew from his teeth. Well, as long as there are no other mishaps, and he will like look at Lisbeth.
Lisbeth instantly puts his face down and starts shoveling stew in his face.
And we have gotten all of our grievances out. Looking at Lisbeth again. I am inclined to say yes. And for this reason only. That this place, I do not know what I exactly witnessed up on top of that hill. Between the abominations and the man you call the devil, and what power he possesses. But if he has hold over this realm, over this hellscape that we are in, this nightmare of a dream, then I certainly do not wield the power myself to go alone. And it is apparent to me that you all seem to have a pretty strong bond with each other. And that can take you far. But I have conditions. If I'm going to continue and help the group here, so that we all may succeed and someday get home. First, there will be no more kicking. Second, I am not a fighter. but I can provide support where I can. So keep that in mind. I appreciate your power, your efforts, but know this. I am not going to stick my neck out if unnecessary. You must know this about me in order for us to understand each other. But after seeing what you have been through, and I am terribly sorry about the loss of your friend. While yes, I make jokes and I might have been insensitive, it is how I handle problems. It's always how I've handled problems. And there will be very, very much more of that. So just be prepared. But if there is success at the end of the line, and you feel that there is success at the end of the line, then you can count on Cormac. Eh? Third, more meals like this, please.
Was halfling the special ingredient, Elizabeth?
I'll just like
Elizabeth
elbow
is gonna.
Sid, like,
Elizabeth will just stand up and be like, "Good enough," and you'll look at Cormac and go, "Maybe next time you can turn me into a donkey if it makes you happier."
No, you are already an ad. I will save my spells.
And then with that, he's gonna say, "Okay, I need a nap," and he's gonna kind of walk on off to the closest bed, chair, something he can put his feet up and lean back.
I think it's at this point that Merek would probably show up to tell you guys that the horses were settled for the night.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God. Horses are fine. They are saved.
So as you prepare to take shelter for the evening, you're sitting around the table sharing this lovely meal. The rain starts to, slowly start to drip onto the roof tiles of the home that you're staying in, and distant thunder kind of rings out. As it does, you once again hear the sounds of heavy footsteps, almost again like a horse that's galloping at full speed. But this time not on the clouds. And as the horse stops just in front of your home, familiar but foul smell comes over all of you. And that's when, barging in through the door, you see a man that you probably don't recognize, soaked head to toe from the storm that he's just ridden through the darkest part of the day to see all of you, as Mercer appears in the doorway.
oh my god. Chance literally gets up, runs, hugs him, and is like, "You're alive?"
Lisbeth will
As far
jump
as I
up.
know.
Come sit. We need to talk.
Lisbeth will jump up and, in his haste, accidentally kick Cormac again.
Oh my god.
You're
Son of a
asking
bitch.
for it.
God damn it. We just talked about this.
Merek will actually smile even more than 2 sessions ago when he felt the sun for the first time.
Reeves is gonna break out the last of his Champagne de la Stomp.
Oh, let's get crazy!
And he'll empty the bottle, giving everyone who wants some a drink.
Okay, and this time I absolutely know it's not an illusion, right?
It is not an illusion,
Okay.
as the smell just overpowers you.
Sid would kind of fade. Sid would kind of fade into the background somewhere. He would look maybe relieved, but also would fade into the background a little bit.
And Mercer, to recap your journey. As you left Vallaki, moments after receiving the call for help, you rode here, and there were storms, unlike anything you've ever seen before. You, at one point, somehow, even though you were sure, you took the best horses that Vallaki had to offer, heading in the direction that you, in your mind, in your heart, through your prayer, knew was west, somehow ended back at the gates of Vallaki time and time again. And that's when you heard a crash of thunder ring out, almost as if you were trapped in Vallaki yourself. And when the crash of thunder, the sky peeled open, that's when you were finally able to basically break free of the fog. You definitely saw a streaking star in the sky that you would now know to be Strahd's horse. But no old man stopped you along the road as you continued to ride through the night.
I'm just gonna take it in for a moment and just like, not really saying anything, but just kind of like letting everybody's excitement kind of calm down.
Yeah, and Reeves doesn't want to mention what happened. But I think as things do start to die down, I'll take a minute to greet you one-on-one and say, I think you should have a chat with Sid. A lot's happened that need to be filled in on.
You still have her rapier, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So I got your letter. Came as quick as I could. For the damnedest reason, I couldn't leave Vallaki. I think the horse is a bit lame.
I'm sure it's the Lord up in his castle. So has anyone? I guess no one's told him yet that we lost Freya. You guys are gonna make me do it?
No, but I asked him if that he was alive, so that might hint to him like some shit went down.
Well, I hate to be a broken record here, but before Sid and Mercer have their talk, I would walk by Mercer, put my hand on his shoulder, and say, "Let me go tend to your horses." And then I would go tend to his horses. I'm sorry. I just horses were put in front of me.
Hold on.
As soon as he said the horse was lame.
Change his shoes. I don't think it's the horse, it's the shoes.
What's the...
We'll be like, we'll come find you if you don't come back, Merek.
You are a hippophile, apparently.
There you go.
According
There
to
you go.
Google.
I am a hippophile.
You're a hippophile.
Can I change my title to hippophile?
Was that the background you selected on D&D Beyond, hippophile? I guess, you would get a moment, because I wrote the original letter, so maybe after the excitement, maybe in a private, not that private, but private-ish conversation, I think Sid would just, he would just say, he'd start to say we, and then he'd say, I failed Irina.
How so?
Flippantly, I want to say, well, first she got killed, and then she got abducted. but yeah, essentially that's what he would say. Is, Strahd took out his... It's a long story, but in his jealousy over her and his brother, he killed her. And then he forced an abomination of the Morning Lord, and I'll point up to the Abbey, bring her back. I tried to stop him thinking about what you might do, but I failed at that too. And now he's taken her to his castle. He'll just look pretty emotional and kind of look away a little bit as he's saying it.
I'll be honest with you. That is a wee bit disappointing. But, and I'll put my hand, like, just kind of, like, on his shoulder. Did you do what you thought was right? Did you do your best like I knew and know you do?
I did, but that wasn't even why I wrote the letter.
It doesn't matter why you wrote the letter.
I did what I thought was right to save Arabella as well. And watched her. I can't even say the words.
Be ashamed of. You know this place. I know this place. Things don't quite happen the way you'd like them to. They never do. There is no good in this land. The only thing we can do is our absolute best of what we think is right at the time we're faced with those challenges, with those struggles. And I know you, lad. I'd say I know you quite well. And I have no doubt in my heart that you did what you thought was best. And you did it to the best of your ability.
Sid will nod his head, kind of like nodding along. The kind of look of like knowing that the words are right, but looking like he's kind of just nodding. You know what I mean? But he will say, kind of look at the table, look at kind of a little bit of revelry happening right now in the background, and he would say, "There's a little bit of good in this land." But thank you.
There is a little bit of good. You're right. I've seen it here. I've seen it back in Valaki. We may be fighting an uphill battle, but we're making progress. And I'm proud of you. I am. Proud of everybody here. I don't really know that guy, but...
When you point to him, Reeves is asking him if he can borrow his loot. The whole night, Reeves is trying to bring the spirit up, realizing how important morale is going to be as we leave here. So at this point, yeah, Reeves is trying to steal a loot so he can learn how to play. And it's just over. I picture the rest of the room being kind of jovial and just kind of coming back from what's been weighing on us.
Maybe I can give you a little bit more hope while I'm here. Lucky as well. Got a
Good to
group.
hear.
Green behind the ears, but willing leaders to take charge. The church is in full swing. And there's hope. There's people smiling, lad. Never thought I'd see it.
You keep that up in case we fail. But we're going for the hags. They have something we need for our friend Reeves here, and they have something to cleanse that unholy mess of the Morning Lord up there. I'll send word, and I think you'd like to help cleanse that place as well, if you're not too busy.
I'm never too busy for a good cleansing. You know that.
I think there's someone you'd need to have some debates with up there.
I've been doing a lot of that lately. To be honest, it was good to get out of town for a wee bit.
Chance will say,
Forgot what it's like to be on the road.
Can I offer him? Can we see there's some stew left? Can I offer?
Yeah,
him some
absolutely.
stew?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, well, however long you're gonna be here, Mercer, it's nice to see your face.
You too, lass.
Do we all have an ale? Let's cheers.
You kind of hear Reeves trying to play the.
Yeah. As I see like more people get brought into that conversation, kind of like the room opening up, I kind of like lift the lute high up and play like a non-existent note and strum too hard and make that sound that we just heard.
You're going to make it. Stop.
I'm learning.
Give it back. And he's like jumping, trying to get it from you.
And I'm still holding it up, trying to show everyone in the room.
I'm done. I'm out. I am leaving.
Can I roll for perception if I can like kind of hear all of this going on while I'm tending?
Yeah, I would
to the
imagine you're
horses?
just outside. I mean, I'd imagine you're tending to the horses. I mean, just like underneath the canopy of the house.
Okay, so as like Merek is brushing one of the horses, and you can like kind of hear like the more jovial what's the someone help me with the word
Atmosphere?
here? Atmosphere. He kind of smiles and like for one of like since the werewolves, he feels like there's still hope to salvage Barovia, and I'm just gonna keep brushing the horses.
I think Chance would tell Mercer as well, like if she overheard any of that, just about the fact that people were smiling and all the things that he did. She'll just say that she's like extremely proud of him, and that for a moment in time we thought that, you know, Mercer was looking pretty down on himself as well, so he just seems to be in better spirits. It won't be the last time we're gonna see him around.
Takes a lot more to put this old bag of bones down, I'll tell you that.
Maybe Sid would do a simple toast with the ale. And I think the first thing he would say is just simple to Irina. May we get her back in one piece.
To
And
Irina.
then he would look at Mercer and the rest of the party, and thinking about Dimitri's wife, who we banished to the road, would say, if you see a woman distraught on the road on your way back to Balaki, take her in. She did what she did for the right reasons. She did what she thought was right. I think it would play the conversation back. He would say she did what she thought was right. And then a more somber toast on that.
Well, now that we're all here, after that fine toast, I'd like to just offer a few words to all of you. To whatever god you look up to, whatever hope you hold on to, and the friendships and the companions you make along this twisted and wicked road. Just know, You all hold the flame. You are carrying the torch. Right now. That is burning away a new path. A new future. For this land. And just like clearing the brush from a trail, it doesn't always go the way you plan. And it doesn't always burn as fast as it should. But you're making progress. We all are. And just know that you have a safe home to return to if you need it. And you have each other to look for in the dark. So while I may not be able to join you on your next excursion, just know I'm keeping you in my prayers every night, every day when I wake. People of the town still speak of you as champions. True beacons of light. So keep carrying those torches. Nurture that flame. For it's only gonna get brighter. It's only gonna get warmer. And it's just going to shed more light every day.
That'll raise his glass and
I'll
cheers
do
to
the
that.
same. Just say to friends and clang.
As Mercer delivers this powerful message, and as each one of you delivers these powerful messages, sharing this experience around this warm fireplace while Cormac plays his instrument, while you enjoy this delicious meal from, inside the comfort of a warm home. Each one of you feels, even though something very sad and very grave has happened recently, many grave things have happened recently, each one of you feel that warmth, that connection build and remain, a strength in unity. With that, you all level up to level 9.
Yeah!
Additionally, you all receive, and I'm going to leave this up to John, Mercer's blessing.
Whoa!
Whatever that may provide.
Shit.
Fuck.
Do we all smell like him now?
Yeah.
That is the
Blessing.
one. It says
Caveat.
Mercer's blessing asterisk, aka it's just the smell of Mercer on you at all times.
Well, maybe the blessing is that we use that smell to like.
That's gonna be a
I will leave it.
disadvantage. It's gonna be a
I'm gonna leave
disadvantage
it
on
up to
sneak
you.
rolls.
Yeah, I'll leave it up to you, John. On perhaps bonuses to religion checks, perhaps disadvantage to perception checks for others because of the smell. However you want to flavor it, I will leave it up to you.
I
That's
love
so
it.
epic.
Yeah,
That's
I love
such
it.
a cool idea.
Also, side note, I literally almost cried my eyes out. That was fucking cool.
Aw.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, really,
awesome.
honestly,
That was
great RP
awesome.
from everyone. A really cool moment, in all the darkness that's happened. Having everyone kind of reunite under this. It's not a big place either. The places in Kresk are small. They're quaint homes. You see Merek kind of standing out there tending the horses. You can see him through the open doorway as rain's kind of battering down on the cobbled streets. But you have that feeling of community. That you came originally to Kresk for, even though something obviously gravely sad happened recently. You still have that feeling of warmth.
Um,
Assuming you
Form-
get to bed.
Yeah, before Mercer leaves,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he has any 25 GP item that could be like a religious related thing, maybe a token of some kind. I'm looking for a spell component here. I don't know if there's anything.
Let me see what I have in my inventory.
And you're full health, by the way, Mercer.
Because he didn't die. That's why.
He did not.
He didn't.
He didn't get
Injured
fucked
Mercer-
up.
Yeah, injured Mercer didn't even exist.
No, you do believe that Strahd saw him on the road and vice versa, but you
How he
think that he
knew.
was just in a rush to get Tatiana back.
Oh, off table.
Mm-hmm.
Who still has that censure?
Mm.
Oh yeah,
What?
that item. Who has that item?
Not me.
I think I sent that to you, right, John?
The
At some
censure?
point. Yeah.
One of
I-
us.
Not
Was-
to your character, but I thought I sent it in Discord.
Yes.
Yeah, I
yes.
did.
Was
It's called the
Naphael
Censor
carrying
of
it?
Pellar.
Was Naphael carrying it?
He would not have had it. He wasn't around at that time.
Okay.
Um,
I don't. That
I'm
is-
certain one of us
one,
had it.
if no one can find it, it's up to you guys if you're giving it to Mercer.
Yeah, I mean we can't. I can't. I think maybe I had it, but I don't have it on my inventory, but I would certainly give it to him.
So you know exactly what it does.
Yeah.
And I'll add it to your equipment.
Actually, yeah.
You are attuned. You have a couple of items that you're already attuned to. So you
I
need to
only have
attune
Two-
for
I only
one
have
of them.
2 items that I'm attuned to.
And the drift globe.
But you have to be attuned to that?
You do, but I mean you can just switch attunement to.
Oh, I thought that was a common item.
It says it requires attunement on my end, but maybe I'm mistaken.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't looked it up.
I could look it up at some
Thanks.
point.
Thanks, Isabel.
You're welcome. That's because the horse burnt you.
It just says wondrous item uncommon.
Insert image. There we go. Okay, I've saved the Censor of Pellar. Hopefully that works for you.
Okay. I mean, it's there, but
Cool.
it doesn't have any info.
It should have a, if you reopen it.
There it goes. Yeah, there it goes. Now shut up. Just took a minute. My computer's being wonky.
It's probably because I'm updating it as we're going, but it should be. I've finished updating it now.
Right on. So I don't really have anything 25 GP worth.
It's okay. I figured something out.
I do still have the silver dragon bone.
Can I have that for sure?
You absolutely can.
Yes.
Like for sure, for sure.
Yes.
For sure. For
For
sure.
sure.
yes.
For
That-
real,
Oh,
not for
yes.
play?
That is exactly what I wanted.
I have no idea why, but I love it.
I'll send you a chat.
It's okay. I like to be surprised too.
Okay.
Surprise me when it happens. I like it.
Other than that, I don't have anything really else besides
Reagents?
I don't have any reagents. All I have is the Ring of Radiant Resistance. The arrow.
We really
catcher.
called you here. Oh. Swap shields with you.
Mm.
Yeah,
No,
but what
I'm
if
fine.
anyone with me?
I did
Yeah,
send
you
you a
need it. I wouldn't take it from you. You need it.
John.
Oh, I
but
do
it's up to
actually.
you.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, you're right, Jeff. I do have carapaces. I have 4 large carapaces
Seems
and
like a
some
Merek
common
thing.
meat as well.
The silver dragon bone is the bone that we used.
From Argynvost told.
Okay.
Yep.
We didn't have to leave that there. We just.
Because it was only a
Uh,
silver of bone.
No,
it
it was
wasn't.
it was the heart. It was the heart that we needed to
Oh, okay.
leave.
Right,
It was
yep.
the heart that we needed to leave there, and then we just had to chuck the bone
Got
for
it.
it to happen.
Got it.
That was there for John. I held down to that for
Yeah.
John's character. I've forgotten his name, and I feel embarrassed about that.
Aegon?
What?
Aegon.
Aegon.
Yeah.
Malf or
No, it was Aegon. It was Aegon the first time we went. And
Back then was Aegon, yeah.
Yeah.
So as the night continues to progress, anything else that anyone would do before
not
resting?
necessarily do, but I think because I don't like as Chance as a player, I know a bunch because we talked about it. But as Chance, she doesn't know too much about like those specific hags. So like we don't have to do it now, but just like I would expect that maybe we talked about it briefly, like what to expect, what to look for, like what to not do, because I wasn't a part of that whole situation back in the day where
Yeah, we could strategize, I guess. So, well,
Yeah.
we're not heading there right away, but maybe maybe talk
we
about
brought it up, yeah.
general lore about hags, share whatever we got. The three of them together are really powerful, all that stuff.
Okay.
They always
Actually, Reeves, can we look? Is there any information about hags in your book?
Book? Oh yeah.
Great question. I believe I've looked in the past for hag specific information, and I think you had said it was really focused on like
Yeah, it is very
werewolves.
focused on lycanthropy. There is no reference to hags in it. Like I said, when you look through, there's details about were-bats, were-bears, were-boars, were-cats, were-crocodiles, foxes, hyenas, ravens, serpents, sharks, walruses, and wolves. And many other, like, alchemical elixirs and different ways of, preventing and transmitting and all of that sort of stuff.
I also have a question. I have the book called Battle of Fortnite,
Okay.
which is a book that I found in Strahd's library.
Okay.
It said in current day found in chapter 5 of Tome of Strahd. So if I was to, is it more just like a loot item, or if I was to like sit there and read through it brief, would I learning any?
Give me 1 second here.
Having 2 ales, I'm also like, ooh, okay. A little bit blurry.
You have Battle of Fortnite's link, correct?
I don't know. I can name it.
I believe that's what you have.
Link? Is that what you said?
No. I think that's what the book is called, right?
Oh, I just have Battle of Fortnite that I wrote.
Okay. 1 moment here. So, if you do kind of read through that book. Give me 1 second here. I can tell you exactly. Cool. So as you read through that book, it seems to depict some sort of very, like you think important and historical event that seems to reference a conflict where there's basically a kingdom of Erdi that through this battle became known as the Great Kingdom. Based on reading through the book, you believe that this land somehow connects parts of Barovia, like you think ancient parts of Barovia that are no longer named the same. And that basically, you're not sure which mountains, and it's not the mountains that are, to your south. I believe some mountains of Barovia basically divided those kingdoms. but basically seems to tell like an ancient history of the land before Barovia, and specifically a great battle.
Do I have any names there that I would recognize, or?
No real names that you recognize. You know that the kingdom basically doubled in size, the kingdom of Arity. There is the person who led the battles was the Grand Prince Almor, but none of those names speak to you. You think it happened probably 300 or 400 years before like today's.
Okay.
As far as like I said, actual usefulness, you think it has none other than telling you that history.
Perfect. I will be selling. Thank you.
Yep. Anything else anyone else want to do through the night for resting?
I will make a poison.
Poisons?
As everybody's winding down, Reeves seems to be in pretty good spirits, kind of has a smile on his face, and he's getting all of his stuff ready to go to bed. And when he goes to put his bag down under the bed, his hand starts shaking, and he starts to feel a familiar craving come upon him. So he will, as subtly as possible, without letting anybody see what he's doing, he's going to take another pastry out of his bag and eat one more before he goes to bed.
As you all go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just gonna ask him how many he had left.
One less than I did yesterday.
Okay.
We did make quite a few, if I remember.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
It's fun.
As you all rest through the night, Mercer's unmistakable stench, masking any sort of fresh air that you would get with that fresh rain smell that you would expect, that is all completely masked. But nonetheless, it's comforting through the night as you rest. When you wake up feeling invigorated, stronger than ever, stronger both in spirit, in magic, in physicality, just in presence alone. You think the bond, the solidified understanding of where the group is going. You may not know physically where that is or where that may lead you, but the goal seems nonetheless as clear as ever. In the morning, as you wake up, the birds are chirping, the chickens running through the street. Kresk seems to be recovering from, the thought of Ilya, Dimitri's son. You see Dimitri kind of walking through the streets, tending, being the leader that you have come to know him to be. He does nod at you, acknowledging the sad realization that Irina is not with you. But he puts on a good facade. He is, being a leader to his people, showing no fear, showing no stress. As the morning, again, slowly kind of begins, and I would expect this to happen before Mercer departs. That's when a flock of ravens falls from the sky above you all. In their mouths, there are 6 of them. In their mouths, letters, completely wrapped up, stamped with Strahd's crest.
There's 6 of us.
I would say before anyone reads them, I would say, let's make sure we've read cursed letters before. So just inspect them and see if there's anything magical or cursed about them.
As soon as you say the word curse, Lisbeth is instantly going to drop his.
I can
what would
detect
you?
magic, but I have to do it for like 10 minutes.
I mean, we got time to burn. We had 10 minutes.
Reeves
Okay.
has not even walked towards his letter, having been burned by one before.
Okay. As you detect magic, you do not sense any sort of magic coming.
Okay. Carefully unwrap and read them.
Same.
As you read the letter, this is what you read.
It's their wedding.
Count
I am
Strahd
done.
von Zarvich,
Oh.
Lord of Barovia, the Ancient and the Land, hereby demand the pleasure of your company at the marriage of his beloved Tatiana
Ah!
on the next night of the new moon. Gifts and fealty required. Guest rights and all laws of hospitality to be fully honored. All will at last be well.
When is that?
When's the next moon?
So you know that
It's August 2nd or whatever day we're
with
coming.
It was October 3rd. They asked me on
you think
October
somehow
3rd.
the timing is coincidental. No. You think that you have approximately, and I actually have a calendar, so give me 1 second here. Because I can tell you the exact date, because it has
Oh, we can-
changed while we've played.
You can see the moon.
Yeah.
Is it here?
Jeff, can't we just go do something without you throwing something in there that makes us go,
I
oh, guess
know.
we can't go do that now?
That has not
you-
changed since the campaign began.
You're literally just said to Sid, like, oh, well, you guys could go anywhere. No.
We're done in
I
7
think-
minutes, and then here we
No.
go.
So
No,
give me
I
1
think
second
I
here.
think this isn't like tomorrow. This is like
There we go.
a month or something.
Right.
Oh, the moon is almost
The
up.
moon
There we go.
doesn't.
Oh,
the moon
okay.
So
looks
you
kinda,
no,
okay.
sorry, it's the wrong date. That's why. You have approximately what you assume to be 2 10-day until the new moon.
Yeah, it's like 20 days.
20
It's
days.
not a lot of
Yeah.
time.
Well, there's okay.
Well,
And so those of you
I'll just
home
look at
to
Sid
Barovia.
and Reeves and be like just through our eyes, as if like, is there a chance? You know, like we're not really saying much, but just like.
Those of you who are from more noble families, even you, Lisbeth, as a leader of a town, know what is meant by guest rights and laws of hospitality. Any sort of invitation to any sort of noble event, when you arrive, and by agreeing to go, you basically agree to not cause any harm, not cause any conflict, not basically cause any sort of trouble by agreeing to go to the event. The laws of hospitality dictate that you also will be treated in the same manner. No harm would come to you. And yeah.
I think Sid's eyes would linger on the word laws and look up at Reeves.
And I posted it in the chat.
Yeah.
We may need to get there before this happens.
Hereby demands. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's Strahd. He's not asking.
The
He's
pleasure of your
demanding.
company. What a jerk.
So we have what, 10 days you said?
About
20.
20 days.
20.
Oh, 20, okay.
But I think we need to do something before then because laws
Several
of
somethings.
hospitality.
Also,
Yeah.
we have to bring a gift. Oh my
Oh,
god.
I'm sure we can come up with something.
Yeah, something
I have
good.
Maybe
I have a
a
gift
nice
in my
tea set.
scabbard.
I think so does Merek, right? A couple of gifts.
Yeah, I can think of a few gifts to give Strahd.
You're meant to wear it in your heart, okay?
Hmm.
That's where it's supposed to go. You're supposed to insert it
And twist.
and twist.
A few
Pop
Has to
it.
make sure it fits well in there, okay?
Pop it. Spin it.
Put it. Bullet.
So for
Hey.
Wednesday, I actually think I like playing this often, but like This is a lot of stress in a short amount of time.
It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't let you like digest it.
Yeah,
It doesn't let you
if we
relax
want to
before the
push it to
next
next
one.
week, I'm okay with that as well.
I would
So-
rather play this Wednesday because I'm in Spain next week.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the next coming weeks is everybody has vacations or something. Like everybody's away the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So
I'd rather do a regular day and then
Okay.
do what we can next week.
And you said next week maybe the Wednesday, right?
I
So
could
next-
do either one, but probably it would be easier just for me to do one because we're going to start at midnight my time there.
Oh.
Damn.
Okay.
mhm.
So I could probably stay up late for one of those, but I think twice during a work conference
Okay.
is bad.
I think the next. You said the 12th doesn't work for you, Sid.
The 12th is fine.
I can't do the
Oh,
12th.
okay. Oh.
The 12th is the one where I'm back in Ontario.
Okay. So then the next one would be the 19th that we would play on the Monday.
The next
We
Monday.
can't. The next Monday. Okay.
Yeah, June 19th would be the next Monday that it looks like everybody can make it. I think
Okay.
after that, most of the one we can make it, question mark?
Mhm.
Do you have D&D this Sunday, Jeff?
No.
No, that campaign ended, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
'Cause I
can't
was just
make it
thinking,
on this
'cause
day?
If we can't do especially for Travis, that's like fucking late as hell.
I'm going to Spain on Saturday, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh.
We can do a Saturday to Friday, so.
I was thinking, well, we could do it, start like
No,
earlier if possible.
I think I'll be
It's
fine
on
for one of those. I just think 2 back to back is a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be awake anyway from.
So
from,
for this Wednesday, then, if everyone wants to level up on D&D Beyond, and pick your choices. Outside of that, with the last couple of minutes here, what does everyone think the plan is, both for Mercer and for Cormac, and obviously the rest of you as well? What's kind of the game plan? Where is the party headed?
I think with the time constraints, Sid would be a little more interested in just going straight for the mountain, kind of
Right,
through the
I'm-
manor.
Agree.
Skipping
I feel
manor.
like we don't need to go to the manor, but we can maybe let Dimitri know that the manor has food for the town.
It's big brain right there.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what we should do, is be like, yo, they have lots of provisions at this manor. Sends people to go get it. We're gonna head off and do our own thing.
This is how Dimitri dies, but
Bring weapons, be
Well,
safe.
I mean, but we
Yeah.
got rid of the thing that was killing everything in the area, so he should
That's
be safe
true.
for a day, maybe. Fuck's sakes.
True.
You just cleaned up this mess. Can you just keep it
together
clean for
one
like?
damn day.
Yeah.
Lisbeth's so trusting.
I know, right?
He's got no other choice.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
Yeah. No, I'm
I'm-
thinking the
I'm-
exact same thing, though.
Yeah.
Well, straight towards the mountains.
If we're strong
Gotta get
enough.
them hags.
It's up to you. I mean, I think the main choices. Let me just look at your quest log here. The main choices are obviously deciphering the Tome of Strahd, searching out the drowned village, or trying to find the faceless god that awaits you at the long, winding road deep in the mountain. Those are kind of
I feel like
the main choices. You do remember that if you were to, and Casimir would have mentioned that the Amber Temple is deep in the mountains. You would have, through your vision, realized that as well. You remember that he requested to be part of the journey if you were to.
So now I'm still confused. Is it different mountains or is it the same mountains?
You believe it to be the same mountains.
so we could kill
Okay.
3 birds with 1 stone.
So can I cast Animal Messenger to Casimir and say we're headed for the mountains? Meet us in Kresk? Would he do that?
If you're,
or tell Mercer if Mercer's heading back, maybe.
He can meet us on the road somewhere if we head out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what am I doing?
Telling
Uh,
Casimir
if we're-
the plan.
If we're going into the mountains, potentially the Amber Temple is there, and
Yeah.
he wanted to come with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could
Mercer
do
definitely want to see
the
Amber
hags are at the Amber Temple,
We don't know if they
or
are
they're in there
exactly, but
they're in the
mountain-
mountains.
The same mountain.
So we could potentially get the necklace from the hags, get the pastry thing figured out, and do the faceless god thing.
That's a lot of birds with a lot of stones.
That's one stone. Just the
Wait a
mountain.
second. Wait a second. Wait a second.
I mean, I just don't know what Cormac would do. Like, he could stay in the town.
Oh, if Mercer would come with us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unless
I think
I'm-
you should think through that between now and Wednesday. I don't
Mhm.
know that you should make that as a snap decision.
Mhm.
Either way,
Yeah,
I could send a note to Casimir
Like,
via Animal Messenger.
This Wednesday, right? Not or next
Yeah,
Wednesday?
This Wednesday. Yeah.
This Wednesday.
Yeah.
So yeah, the
Yeah.
main things are the main quest you have is that 4th artifact, which you know is in Castle, deciphering Tome of Strahd, and then you still have basically 2 main artifact cards that Madame Eva basically envisioned, which is the dead village drowned by a river, and the faceless god. Those are the 2 fortunes. You obviously have the book already. Outside of that, the journey to the Amber Temple is part of Casimir's request that he be, he thinks that something is buried in the Amber Temple that could perhaps, end Strahd's reign. And then outside of that, the sub-arc to going into the drowned village, into the swamps, was that you wanted to find the 2nd gem for the winery.
I think we would still potentially do that. Just I don't think it would be first. It would be after the hags.
I feel like we could hit up the mountains, hit up the swamp on the way back, stop at Valaki to heal, and then head to Strahd's wedding. There you go. All done in a week.
All done, easy.
Yeah.
It's a round trip.
I think that's what
Round
it's
trip.
looking like.
Easy trip.
I think we're just a bit concerned with like the affliction that Reeves has too. There, we just like
Yeah. That's gonna be
secretly
the
saw
first
him
step.
eating, or did we see?
You didn't see anything. I didn't roll for it,
Reed-
but I was being sneaky.
Reeves, you still have
Yeah,
those
you
shoes I
still
gave
got
you,
a little
right?
bit of like, you know,
Yeah, pastry crust like
pasty
crumbs.
crust in the corner of his mouth.
Yep.
All
Reeves,
right.
Reeves still has the shoes I gave him, right?
The chews?
Yeah.
Gave me chews.
I gave you a mint chew.
Oh
Mint
yeah.
gum, essentially.
I'm gonna head out, but
Yep.
I'll see you guys Wednesday.
Okay.
All right.
Great game.
Have a good night.
See you Wednesday.
Bye.
Ciao.
I do not have that in my inventory.
What?
Which one?
Mint chews.
Choose.
Oh.
I think we
Oh.
had to remember it, and
I
you were
think
gonna
no. I
create
think
it, Jeff.
I think it is created. No, you should have them if you had them.
Because I had
Maybe-
given some to Reeves when we were in the.
You gave some to
werewolf cave.
Cormac. I know
You
that.
gave some to Cormac. Yeah.
Oh, I gave some to Cormac. Okay, so
Yeah.
Reeves doesn't have any yet. Okay. Okay. I still have some on me too.
Jeff,
so.
you and I are gonna talk tomorrow probably.
Oh
Cool.
yes, because that was
Let me
when
know.
Cormac had
Let me
turned
know what you
into
think
a werewolf.
or what your
so-
thoughts are.
Because I mean, just whether I can play 2 characters, but I feel like that takes a lot of time away from everybody else if I'm having 2 turns. That's
Yep.
but it's not a problem if it's not a problem for anybody else. Normally
Well, so
try
I think the question is, with the notice that's been given about the manor, would Mercer go there, or would Mercer visit Casimir, or would Mercer go to the Amber Temple? Where
he wants to do all those things. I mean, he's not really worried about Casimir as much, but he definitely would want to see the Amber Temple. I feel like he would be probably more powerful than Cormac in dealing with hags, as well as more knowledgeable.
or would he leave Valaki under?
But that's another thing we need to talk about is how far Valaki might have been progressed in this aspect.
Yep.
No
Who
regrets.
Who received the invite? Was it Cormac or was it Mercer?
Both.
Oh, so there's 7 ravens.
7. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah.
An uncountable number.
Uncountable number of ravens. It was like the
Two
Hogwarts
extra
letters. They just shot down. through the
Raphael would have
chimney.
received one as well, and
Yeah.
Dimitri would have received one as well.
Oh, the heck.
So
fucked
technically,
up.
number of letters.
Literally an uncountable number.
Like
of
Harry
letters.
Potter getting his letter
Yeah,
from
it was Harry Potter stuff shooting
Yeah.
through the chimneys.
Luca would have also received.
What the fuck?
Luca is not going anywhere near there.
He can't read it though, so he would have
It's
asked you
fine.
to read it.
Oh man.
Man,
Just tell Luca that it's new sheep on the way.
I just want to say that level 9 is a big level for Reeves.
Ooh.
Oh, good for you.
I
Mine's not
think
till
level
10.
9 is when I finally get third level slots too. I think so.
I get
Exciting.
2 new gadgets that are basically as like powerful as my grapple hook.
Nice.
I love that.
I get.
I need to talk. Well, I'll send you. There's an optional rule that would let me choose 2 gadgets from an extended gadget pool.
Allowed.
Awesome. It's in
Definitely do that.
Kibbles.
Make it cool.
Basically,
Yeah.
it's like it says like optionally the gadgeteer can also look at the level 9 or below Tinkerer's gadgets from.
Do it. Yeah. Pick
Cool.
pick whatever you like.
Cool.
Level 9 is a big milestone for like a lot of classes. I feel
Not
like
mine.
Not
this was
mine
a really
either.
good session to kind of
I actually think mine doesn't
know.
have it either.
feel that kind of, like I said, that camaraderie. So yeah, I thought
It
it
was
was a
really
cool moment.
cool.
Well, with that sensor now, I believe it adds +2 to my damage spells, my healing. Let's see, what does it say? It basically
It's good.
increases
Yeah.
my DC to +2. So my spell DC will be 18. My attack
Yep.
mod will be 10.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I will create all the buffs within Foundry for that item so that it just does those things.
Yeah.
I will take that sensor.
That's what I was reading over because
Do
that
we-
was and I was like, oh shit, I'm about to get fucking buffed, son.
I told you.
Do we
Yeah.
get
But-
anything with the ancestral weapons or no? Not yet.
Yes. Sorry. Great reminder. You would be you'd be at 9 points now.
Oh, and we can still borrow 1 point, you said, right?
Not for this level.
You told me I could.
If you had previously quote unquote borrowed a point, we are at 9
No.
ancestral points
Okay.
total. So
Mm, if
and
you
one,
did or didn't.
like either way, you're at 9 points. Like
Okay, because
total.
you said Okay, because you. I'll talk to you in person. It's okay. I'm
Okay.
not gonna waste other people's time.
So for the ancestral weapon, just reminder, if you have something that says like, I'm gonna pick on Mercer's here, like Indomitable level 1. Just
Can't
remind
get
you
level
can,
2.
you can get level
Oh.
2, right? You can upgrade to level 2, and you get refunded the point that you spent on level 1 of something. But if you want to change something, so let's say he's got focus, for example. Say he wants to change that to something else that's 2 points or however many points. Come up with a really good RP reason why that would happen, right? The ancestral weapon is supposed to grow with you, and the powers are supposed to remain the same. So if they are changing, think about why that happens and how you would kind of role play that. I'm okay with it to a certain degree, depending on like what it like for you, Mercer, like Will of the Ancestors probably doesn't make sense that randomly goes away.
Right.
But like, you just let me know if that's the case.
I'm probably not gonna change anything on my
But
ancestral.
I was just picking on
Yeah.
you in this case, but just as an example. Yeah.
We can't pick anything with the level. I'm confused reading this. Like, can we pick stuff from tier 3 or no, because it says level 10 and up?
No.
Level 10 and up, unfortunately, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Next level, you could, so you could
See,
potentially
next
save
level,
your
level
points.
10 is going to
save
be
points.
huge for me.
So
I'm
you can
going to
save
get
your
so
points if
many
you want to.
things.
Yeah, you could
I
save your
saved
points.
points for a bunch of levels just because there was one specific I wanted that's like next level. So
That's next, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
you
that's
could
what I.
easily do
That's
that.
what I did too.
Here's the kicker: we all die before we get to that level.
No, we're not.
Dude.
Not gonna have it.
I'm at the point now where I just need to hit a crit. Because the only thing I get for level 9 is now brutal criticals. So I get extra weapon damage. Like, I can roll an additional additional damage die with my
Ooh.
criticals.
You're already.
And I
doing
have
so
2
much.
other
That'd be
feats
pretty
that go against crits too. So if I crit at any point,
That's crazy.
it's gonna be crazy.
All
That
right,
level
my
2
dudes,
is
I'm going to go to sleep.
Yeah,
I
got
shall
Video.
see you on Wednesday.
Right on.
Yep. See you
Catch,
to
catch
my
everyone
week.
Wednesday. Like I said, any questions, just shoot me a message.
Beauty.
I live with you, so I could just bother you anytime.
That's
Oh,
true.
good night now.
Yeah, great
Alright.
game, great game, everyone. Great
Bye.
RP, and
Yeah,
yeah,
it
we'll
was
catch you guys
awesome.
on Wednesday.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Alrighty. Chat. What a session. What a session. That was a lot of fun. That may be that's easily like top 3 sessions so far in the campaign. It was definitely a change of pace to have all the characters kind of coming together again instead of just sulking for their own reasons all the time. Which they have many reasons to sulk, so there's nothing wrong with that. But it was cool to flip the script a little and get people back together. So a lot of fun. Really cool that we got rewarded for that. Definitely made it feel impactful. So that's going to be it for the special Monday edition of Curse of Strahd, and we'll be back in a couple days for our Wednesday stream. Oh yeah, thanks a lot, guys. See you on Wednesday. Bye bye.